Going on? We've made it, ladies, gentlemen, and people. We're live on YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Let's get the productive crew in here one by one. We had some technical difficulties, but we are fixing that right now. Going on? We've made it, ladies, gentlemen, and people. Live on YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Let's get the productive crew in here one by one. We had some technical difficulties, but we are fixing that right now. Slowly but surely, everybody's watching my pretty face, and I'm getting the crew in here one by one. So again, let me also turn my own stream off because you can hear it. But here we go, one person watching, and it's a good start. And it all got to start here. It is. Okay, let me change this really quick. Streaming to you live right now, I have Alex Young and Brian McKeon joining the first ever Productive Cast. Thank you, gentlemen, for your patience, especially, but we are broadcasted live right now. The correct name in there on our YouTube, and wow. Only a little mishap in our technical difficulties, but we're back here. Also joining us from Independent Thought, we have Desmond Price. Desmond Price, great to see you, buddy. Thank you for your patience, too. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. But we're broadcasting live from the Productive Zoomcast. How is everybody?
Pretty good. Watching a good drive right now.
All right. Thank you so much again, but we are all set. And yes, we were able to change the name successfully, too. It is now ProductiveCast Cowboys versus Buccaneers. So, yes, spread the words. Let them know because we are broadcasting live. So far, it's 0-0 coming up here. And the Cowboys are, this isn't their first drive, is it? I was just fixing the.
No, this is their second drive.
All right, second drive. We are resumed, ready to go. But Brian, Alex, Desmond, great to see you. Let's talk with the Cowboy fan first, Brian. How are you feeling about this game?
Defense is showing up right now, playing well. I think right now the offense is a little sluggish, but it also looks like Buccaneers defense came to play. It looks like we're having a little issue with separation right now, so I'd like to see some a little pace and change by the receivers there to get a little more separation, open these routes up.
Okay. And how about the game itself, though? I know you're a Cowboys fan who hates the Cowboys. A tough end to the season, but anything can happen in the playoffs, as we've seen. How are we feeling at this moment about your team and their push to make the Super Bowl?
So, I'm always worried playing against Tom Brady because if you give him enough time, within 2 minutes, he could, if it's a one-score game, he could probably drive down and make some magic happen, as Tom Brady's done his entire career. But right now, based on the way the defense is playing, they're looking really good. So I'd like to see them finish this out for the first half and take it from there. But we definitely got some promise right now.
All right. Desmond, how are things out in Montana for today? You must be feeling good. We'll talk about this later, but our two teams are going at it in a divisional matchup. First time since 2008 such a thing's gonna happen. You must be cool, calm, and collective with this. And of course, we'll go more into our regular podcast tomorrow with it. But how are you feeling on this Monday before your team plays?
As an Eagles fan, it's really important to never take any game like it's a given. I've seen the Eagles blow a lot of games that they should have won and win some games they shouldn't have won. So just trying to be humble about it. Beat the Giants twice, but doesn't guarantee you beat them a third time. So they looked great yesterday. So I hope that the Eagles are ready to go. I hope that Jalen Hurts is feeling better. Hope the defense shows up.
All right. Yeah, we'll definitely get more in depth with that tomorrow with our show. Regular broadcast that will be up for you Wednesday morning on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. But here we are, our first ever productive cast. So 0-0, 10 minutes in this. Let's see what Dak Prescott can do. And again, I was fixing the stream, so I'm now watching for real, but we were able to make it work. I guess that's the growing pains trying to figure this out. But it's done nonetheless. As you don't need Pollard to get a 5-yard run right here. Man, I really want the Buccaneers to lose this game. I really, really, really do. I hate the Cowboys a lot. I don't want to see any happiness. And then when we go into our NFC matchup next week, we know where I'll be rolling. And that gives the transition to Alex Young here with his beautiful, what's it? Are we wearing Braden Jacobs or Tiki Barber here?
No, this is actually Landon Collins. I
or Landon Collins.
Pull this out of the off the shelf. This is off the shelf because it was sitting in my closet for a few years, and then he came back this year. So I thought after a road victory, wear the road Landon Collins jersey. Just because he's been great the second half. So yeah.
All right. And what a great story we have with the returning Landon Collins, of course. But how was everybody's day otherwise? All went well with whatever you do?
Wonderful weekend. Been pacing back and forth because of this game and thinking of a million outcomes. Oh, great catch by that, Michael Gallup. Look at you. Good job.
Like I said, since we are relying on the internet, we have a lot of streams at once. I don't know if I got to that part yet. But again, that adds to the fun.
Michael Gallup. Like, where was that catch? Where are you at, Brian?
Yeah.
I am. It's the second play of the third drive. So
what's your clock
set? Where am I at? Let me see. It doesn't show right now. It is 8:49.
Okay. So we're a little bit ahead of you. I got you. All right.
I'm at 8:19.
Last but not least, we have Alex Renelio joining the stream.
Oh.
Alex, great to
sir.
see you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the patience. Seriously, but we were able to make this work. I think everybody's first stream is always a tough one. But again, we got through it.
Mine definitely was. I don't think I've ever actually gone live through Zoom before.
Yeah, I got every, the way it works is Alex shows you give yourself permission and then the Zoom permission. And I did all of that, even for this backup Google Gmail page I used to do for just to get free coupons. But all it took was just an extra restart, and good for Alex saving the day. Thank you to Desmond for his idea. We wouldn't be here without his idea. So great work there. And
no problem, hey Brian, let me get linked up with you again. Let me know when you get to the 757 mark.
I'm right there at the 757 mark.
I'm at 750.
Right,
Yeah.
All right, I'm a
Closet
play
Matt.
then.
I'm just kidding.
Oh
I'm
yes,
not
I have
I'm not
legitimate
really-
cable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
okay.
using.
You don't got the
cable.
DVR on the cable?
That's
The
757.
DVR
On
on the
this
cable.
stupid Xfinity.
Come on now.
And by
Remember
the way,
that
we
used
are
to
broadcasting a
call-
gallery view right now, so we could see all of our faces at
Hey,
once.
DVR
Another
is the truth, guys.
Another
Do you
good
remember?
catch
You
from
remember,
Alex
like I used to
Young.
call my mom up, and I would be like, "Listen, you got to run home. Like I'm not gonna get back from school. Get to put the DVR on for like SpongeBob episode or something." Oh, come on, Pollard, let's go.
I just realized my
No.
video was off for a little bit. Sorry, guys. Let's click that off by
Yes,
accident.
I gotta say, the best Cowboy offense is when Ezekiel Elliott is on the bench.
all right. I get to be spoiler for everybody here with this. All right, this is fucking working. I'm so happy. Oh, I already swore to start, but who cares? As long as we're all live.
You think they'll ever change the roughing the passer call back to being a little like loose?
No, not a chance.
No.
'Cause this is terrible.
I mean,
Like,
every NFL decision is based on money.
yeah, it's crazy.
So I mean, there's no money in that decision.
Yeah,
You got to have outrage. People got to be talking
really.
Tuesday,
Well,
Wednesday.
and the game is better with the quarterbacks are not injured, so they go out of their way to. There's two classes of rules here. You know, the quarterback rules and everyone else's rules.
Ryan Page in the chat drop in. It's all about clock management, I've been told. True. Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
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 What is this?
Okay.
What?
No clock management on that one.
Mm-mm.
Wait, you see it
So
yet,
we can
Brian?
see.
You see it?
No, I didn't
Dol-
look. I didn't look. Let me look. Where do I see this?
we
No,
see,
you gotta look at your screen.
we
you
see,
see what
a.
happened?
Do I have to play spoil? Do I have to put the
I
spoiler
did not.
alert
Don't
on?
play
just
spoilers.
happened. I didn't see what just happened. Oh. Let's go. There we go.
And we got a Dalton
Well,
Schultz
we're a little delayed there.
2-yard touchdown reception.
And you just looked at the next former Cowboy, New York Giant next year, Dalton Schultz.
We don't need him.
We
We're
don't need
fine
him.
with it.
Daniel
We're
Bellinger.
fine with Daniel Bellinger.
Daniel Bellinger is
I
the
mean, he's
future of the
okay.
tight end position.
He's okay.
I can't read the
Oh,
no, you
my God. You did not just do that. Vintage Cowboys right there.
Wow.
Oh,
We get
come
it
on.
straight on this one.
What they did? They
Oh,
shake the
yeah.
extra point. They shake the extra point.
Can I say here, is anybody watching this through legitimate cable besides me?
I am.
I am.
I'm on YouTube TV. so-
Okay, you're
I'm
on,
on
YouTube
cable.
TV. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan, for
Wow,
congratulating us on the
wow.
live stream, by the
Shanked
way.
it.
Appreciate you.
Shanked it. Holy shit.
I mean, that's not a shank, but he missed it.
oh,
yeah.
that's wide.
You missed it.
Yeah, he missed it.
You know what's the
Yo,
crazy thing?
Maher's
He's
like
been-
automatic. I mean, come on.
He's
now.
been like, he's been playing at All Pro this year, so it would make sense he would miss it in the playoffs.
That's the Cowboy
I think
playoff.
he's like
All
50 or 53 this year.
But
from
yeah,
extra
that
points.
clock management from that Bills Dolphins game yesterday. How frustrating was that if you were a Dolphins
Yeah.
fan? And
Rough.
like I said, again,
we're not
we'll
saving
talk-
that for the pod.
Oh
We'll-
no,
we'll
I'm
talk
just
with more
a-
detail on
yeah,
that.
well, exactly, just a few
Okay,
words on
okay.
that.
Hours
But
ago.
I mean, Skylar Thompson would look scared out there.
But he held his
Oh.
own. I mean,
I mean, yeah.
at least late in the game, he kind
Let-
of held his
Let's
own.
say more pressurized. It's a better word.
Yeah.
I'm coaching.
Is it cool to go grab something like while
Oh
we're
yeah,
in
yeah.
commercial?
Go throughout. Yeah, you're not
Right,
tied
right.
to here. If you have to go do whatever.
How about
Get
that
more
Sam?
booze.
I just
Hubbard?
wanted to double check first.
I'm on my second old fashioned already. This is gonna be a
Oh,
problem.
very nice.
I didn't have time to get
That's
anything.
something nice. I might have to make myself a little drink.
The only reason I haven't started drinking yet is because I will fall asleep on a live stream.
Mike Francesa.
Problems. Old man problems.
Mike Francesa on that one.
Yeah.
No, but wow, this we only missed 5 minutes of the game. I'm sorry, I'm still getting over that. I was
Hey,
really nervous for a second.
Matt, missing 5 minutes on your first ever live stream. I've dealt with way worse. So you're in the clear. You're
Perfect.
fine. I've dealt with way worse in my career. So
All right. They don't make it as easy as it seems.
you always have to start. It's the weirdest thing, right? Like I was like, all right. When I tested it yesterday, I was like, oh, this should be easy. It sounds easy enough. And then next
Yeah.
thing you know, I had to close out of Zoom, restart Zoom, and then like update it, and then it finally worked. So I was like, all right. I was like, Matt, maybe try this, and then you tried it, shut it off, turn it back on, and of course it worked. So
Yeah. Exactly. One of the cool things when Alex Young always to the rescue. Can I tell you a funny Alex Young story? Me and Alex met in college, right? I think you get a kick out of this now, Alex, but at the time you're really mad. But it's a good story though.
Yeah.
Me and Alex we just happened to be we first met in college at orientation. Hung out orientation, stuff like that. Then we also had intro to communications together. I can't remember the professor's name, but he was a cool
dude though. Yeah, he was. I can't
and
remember his name right now.
My TA was really cool. This flamboyant, best dressed person I've ever met in my life. Everything he said was hilarious. So whatever he did, you and me had this paper we had to do. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah.
And we did the exact same paper. Not encouraging cheating or anything, but college. Yeah. We literally did this assignment the exact same way, word for word. I got an A on it. He got a C-.
Yeah. I was so mad.
It was probably one of the few times I've ever seen Alex actually mad. And I was, what did we literally handed the exact same paper.
It was like a few sentences different from each other. And he gets an A and I get to C. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What the hell? Ended up, I think me and you both did fine in that class.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
I was so confused for a few weeks. Like after that, I was like, how in the hell did we do pretty much the same thing? Sat next to each other, went through the whole process together, and just like change some things here and there, so they did think we were plagiarizing off each other. And you got a 2-letter grade higher than I did.
I felt terrible, dude.
And you can't even go up to the professor and be like, "Hey, we did all
just so you know, I plagiarized without me and Matt did the same thing. We sat next to each other and pretty much talked word for word and just changed a few sentences here and there. And you gave him an A, and I got to see my. The professor ended up being a cool dude. He was cool.
This Dallas defense is playing extremely aggressive to the ball right now.
They have to, though.
They have to, yeah.
Like I said last week, what was the key thing? Just make Brady feel the pressure, and this whole team gets out of sync. I mean, that was a great. The play just now. I don't know if you saw that. That was a great escape.
Anthony Barr. Is Diggs shadowing Mike Evans?
Looks like it.
All right, good, because that might have to be the best. I don't know. I like to see him on Godwin.
Sometimes they do that thing. Like when I was watching Diggs against the Giants and that the home game, they would do things where they would do like switches. Like he would shadow someone, and then come down like a few plays later and start guarding the other receiver. So they might be kind of doing that. But
like I mentioned on the podcast last week, I think that the key to this game is limiting Chris Godwin, because he's going to be the guy that extends the drives for them.
That should have been picked.
Nice play.
That should have been picked, but hell of a play.
I can't believe
Dan Quinn's definitely getting
right now. This is probably one of the lowest moments of my life.
Dan Quinn
will never be a day. He's going to be a coach somewhere.
Quinn, I don't know. I think they're going to keep him. They're saying he wants to stay. The players want him to stay. I had to be picked. The defense wants him to stay.
You wonder what do you do?
I think.
Well, you know what
is you might have to pay him a decent money. You gotta raise his contract.
But you guys, he's got a great offseason job. He's a stand-in for Woody Harrelson. I mean, that's fantastic.
That was a tough catch.
That was a hell of a catch. He was on Diggs on that one there. He was on Godwin. Diggs was on Godwin on that route.
Did you see Tom Brady is dating somebody new now?
Oh yeah,
allegedly.
She's been around a little bit since mid-season.
Allegedly.
Well, I guess somebody.
It took him 3 weeks.
Oh, you're telling me
who the hell?
You're telling me the richest guy in the NFL is dating somebody? I mean,
that's shocking.
That's breaking news, son.
Who was Diggs on?
I think she's our age. I think she's younger than us.
Oh wow,
she's taking the mid-20s.
There you go.
One of my dream documentaries is like watching a documentary, whether I make it myself or I see just large marriages with large age gaps. And again, who am I to say if people legitimately are in love or not? But I'm just interested, like there's a perception, there's,
I know somebody my age who's dating somebody old enough to be her dad, and that guy ain't got no money.
Well, okay, in that situation, I guess that really is love.
Some people, that's just, it just doesn't matter to them.
Exactly. That's why I think it'd be a good study for it. I'm just curious.
I bet it gets freaky.
And to be honest, if that was happening to Tom Brady, I don't think he mind.
Oh, Brady upgraded. He don't give a shit.
Yeah, she does look better than Giselle.
Hell. Well, isn't Giselle still at Antonio Brown's house?
Shit, I don't
According to
even
Antonio
know,
Brown.
man.
Oh man, that's a weird story of that.
According to Antonio Brown, yeah.
So one thing I do want to mention from that Bills and Dolphins game, do you guys think Mike McDaniel was vaping on the sidelines? I don't, because he didn't puff anything out.
Who knows
you
what
can
that
hold
g's
that
doing
in.
half the time? Yeah.
I mean,
It's
sure,
right.
but you
He's
couldn't
a
see.
he's
You
a
couldn't see
different dude.
You could see a little smoke coming out of his ears or something. I don't know. I think he was just blowing his hand.
Maybe it's a mic. Maybe it's a whistle. Maybe he's playing a little flute on that. All I know is that man is a space cadet. He is out there.
He is
I
out
love
there.
watching that guy though speak, get everything, and he's a Yale graduate. So dummy.
Here comes the
Oh,
flop.
what just
Oh,
happened?
you still be a dummy from Yale. Don't worry.
I mean, fair enough. But even
Yeah,
you could be smart enough to get yourself in there
Oh, I
somehow,
know.
some way.
My favorite video is him strolling through the practice. And the caption is like, "When your dad's out of town and you're coaching the team." I've seen it like 5 times scrolling through Instagram.
The hell are the Cowboys burning a timeout
True
for?
story right here. We see a timeout right here. A lot of weird timeouts.
Michael
throughout this
Parsons
wild
is just
cards.
8. Was that Leonard that he just absolutely trucked through? Was that
I didn't see the
Fournette or
number.
was that
Yeah, so someone got humbled a little bit right there on that play.
He just ate him up. He just ran straight through him. He didn't even have to. He just did it anyway.
He's such a beast.
They just had a stat: 74 quarterback pressures, most in the NFL this season.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
And dude didn't get voted in as the top defensive end or whatever for that
Edge rusher, yeah.
the edge
I would
rusher
like
for
to
the
see
ballot.
him. I'd like to see him gain a little bit more weight because I'm just worried, like him playing D-line for a little bit longer next season, he's gonna get banged up. So, like, I don't know, 10 pounds in the offseason might do him some well.
Yeah, the problem with that is always like you gotta find a way to gain weight without sacrificing speed, which is always tricky.
No, I know. It's just one of those.
10
Yeah, I
pounds
know,
isn't
but
a
it's like
drastic difference though. Like it's a little, but
if you do it the right
Depends on
way,
how you
way,
gain
yeah.
it though.
yeah,
he can't do it all
exactly.
at once. He has to like gradually.
Like he
do it to get
he
used to
needs it in his chest and his legs.
Yeah. That was Brady special right there. Let's come in and just a quick pass. Hate that guy.
There he goes. Ooh.
4
Eggs on
plays
Evans.
of 10+ yards.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'd
Uh-oh.
like to see them drop back to D tackle and just try to get a little spy on him.
They missed a hold, I think, on that just play recently. I'm at 123 on the clock.
I'm on 133.
Yo, what was Brady thinking? He just threw into like quadruple
Yeah,
coverage.
he did.
Yeah.
But it was weird. It was like a chip, and then he threw cross body. I don't know why he did that.
Oh wow.
See what he has here on 2nd and 10
Yeah, there was 4 people over there.
on the Cowboys 25.
Yep.
And
Cameron.
Don't
Brady.
narrate too much, Matt. Remember, Brian's a little bit behind us.
Yeah, he is a little
Well,
behind.
I might
He's
be
like 10
10
seconds behind, which isn't
Yeah,
bad.
it's fine.
He's like at least
Yeah.
a play behind us.
Yeah, he is a player. He's a little bit of a player.
Cameron Braid is like the most like hyped up player I think I've ever seen in the NFL. He constantly gets new contracts, never delivers. I feel just been an average tight end in his entire career.
That's Kirk Cousins.
Mm.
Hello,
Yeah,
Lori
that is
Kirk
Warren in the
Cousins.
chat, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Just saying hi to people.
What's going on?
The
Also,
2
here's
pump
another
fakes,
thing.
3 pump fakes. Okay.
Oh, with that dump pass. Ooh.
1, 2. Oh God. Oh,
I hate Tom Brady.
whatchamacallit just absolutely ate it though. Was that Lawrence who just completely?
DeMarcus
Yeah.
Lawrence.
He just had a clean. He had like pretty
3
much a
pump
clean
fakes.
sack on a
Jesus.
3 pump fake, and he slipped right
Yep,
before he hit
that's
Brady.
DeMarcus Lawrence right there.
Yeah.
I hate him.
He could have clear shot.
Such a great player. Such a
And he
great player.
just
Remember he trolled that kid in the Saquon jersey?
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Giants
Well,
gave him
he-
a perfect weekend.
Lawrence looked like the greatest edge rusher against the Giants in that Giants home game. He had like 3 sacks. He was murdering everyone, and then he just vanished.
Lawrence is like, if you ever want to coach a kid on how to play defensive end, it's him, because I think he might be the most balanced player in the NFL at that position.
And we just completed the first quarter, 6-0 Dallas.
They had to slide the kick time. Wasn't the kick time originally going to be 8:30?
Yeah, exactly. They're just straight up
yeah.
like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do it earlier. I think they started like 8:18. But
Yeah, it was like
whatever.
8:15, 8:18.
Tom Brady has a bedtime, because then he has to go in the morning for breakfast.
This is Joe Buck and Troy Aikman's last game this year.
That's kind of wild.
I still don't get why they left the big primetime games for Monday Night Football. I get a Monday Night Football. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, it's a contract.
They didn't have a choice.
Yeah, that
Disney bought Fox.
Disney bought Fox?
Yeah, they bought 20th Century Fox a couple years ago, actually.
They have the right to
they took everything but the sports studio and Fox News.
Yeah.
So they have the rights to X-Men and they have the rights to Fantastic Four. So they'll probably throw them into the. Well, they already did throw them in the cinematic universe, technically. Yeah. But they'll get their own independent movies soon.
a Joe Buck Troy Aikman movie.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey,
I've always liked
they
Joe
can make
Buck,
cameos in Marvel now.
I've always liked Joe Buck, even as a kid, even though he was bland. I just like the, obvious, big. It's a big field.
The only time Joe Buck ever pissed me off was when the Cubs ended their losing streak on the World Series. If you go back and listen to that call, it is so not dramatic. And it's like the first time in 100 years. If you put anyone else in that booth, they are screaming on the top of their lungs because they just saw history. And it's like
the Cubs
Rizzo
have finally
the Cubs have done it.
They should have had Bill Murray do that call.
I got one thing really quick.
He got canceled now. Yeah,
I want to address the audience really quick. If anyone out there has any questions, drop them in the chat and we'll try to answer them as they come up.
Yes, please do. Please do. Throw your questions throughout the chat.
Well, Bill Murray's Brian Andrews getting he's getting semi-canceled. He's getting the vault of he was an a-hole on set, which a lot of people knew already. But there's now these weird, creepy stories that are coming out when he was an a-hole on set. So that's the way it is. Everyone says he's difficult to work on set with because he'd just be in these moods. And now people are saying it was that, and he also did these weird things as well.
Oh,
so that's the whole thing.
All right, we're back. Second half. Here we go.
Let's see if they can strike here.
Micah Parsons is a problem, bro.
He is a problem. Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. It's a problem.
That should have been a pick six, though.
I'm really hoping that JJ Waddling wants to retire for a year just to get away from the Cardinals, and then Dallas picks him up at 33, off
he still got it, man.
He still does.
Oh,
that's why. But that's the
he
thing.
can play.
He can
play till 38.
But
he could be like Julius.
Oh, okay.
He could be like Julius Peppers and play until he's 38. But he wants to hang out. He's done.
Yeah, I think he's done.
All right.
The way I think about it is
you got to pick in the end zone.
Oh, I think. Ew. What? Oh,
I'm
God.
behind. I just saw
Bill,
the Micah deflection.
That might have been the worst pass I've ever seen.
No,
it's
up there though.
From the goat, from him, from him.
All right, we're seeing. What do you think went wrong here, guys?
He pump faked again,
nice.
And then threw it into triple coverage.
Yeah.
Yo, the man is just not seeing the field right now. Every time he throws it downfield, it's not looking good.
He looked away.
If it's under 10 yards, he's good.
Did you see that
over
replay?
10 yards, he's not good.
Please don't give me a reason to think this is going to be rigged today.
He looked past that. Did you guys just see that? Go back and watch the replay if you can.
Well, I mean, it might have been an option route, and they might have been on the wrong page because Evans and him been doing that all season. You know what I mean?
He threw the ball and instantly looked away. He tried to Nikola Jokic that pass.
Regardless of what he was doing, you don't throw at that point of the routes. You don't. It's all congested. You hold it for another second and you let it stretch out.
Well, the stat I'm seeing on the screen right now,
red zone interception since 2019.
So I mean, we'll give him a break here. He's kind of been on a streak.
Come on, Dallas. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott looks like hot garbage. Ezekiel Elliott is hot garbage.
Oh, that was a hold.
Bring him to the Giants. I'll take him. Not on his contract.
He can't move. He cannot
I'll
move.
give him the vet
It's
minimum
so
to be the Thunder to Saquon's Lightning.
Honestly, I would like him to gain like 30 pounds and just put him at the tight end at this point.
He just shut you up a little bit there. You'll see.
Oh, great. It's all about tough love. I'm like a Bill Parcells.
Alan Brown, yeah, that pass was pretty bad.
Yeah, I was typing in the chat, but yeah.
Yeah, yikes. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
seen
and
a
even
worse
then
pass.
that play, you just
All right, Zeke.
there was nobody open in
But
there.
yeah,
And
but
it's
that's
too
the
bad
thing,
he can't run. He can't run as a quarterback.
Yeah, but you just throw that away. Like, it was just weird that he no-looked through that. Like, you just dump it through the field goal post and try again. Like, it was just, I don't know what he was thinking there.
So James Warren says Tom Brady's done. Do we agree?
I told you guys that a while ago.
Ask me in 2 quarters.
The way I think about
Seriously.
it, the way I think about it is
Mhm.
this: as long as he's better than 30, as long as he's within the top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL, he'll play.
But we're
It's
seeing
when
things
he
that he
sees the
doesn't do regularly. Like, that's the thing. Like,
No, I know,
Yeah.
but here's the thing though: what he doesn't do regularly is still like better than Ryan Tannehill.
yeah, I agree with that. But it's just
So it's like he's not done. He's just not what you're used to seeing. It's a
Yeah.
different type. I mean, everyone has their different generations, like genres of play style. If you're a generational talent,
yeah.
and
But
now
also,
he's
yeah, I agree. But
You
I was
know-
also saying, like, to me, I was talking about like a friend of mine the other day, like if Brady's done, like I don't want him to come back and like all of us see him as like a depleted quarterback, right? Like, we
Mhm.
never want to see like
yeah.
the all-time greats try one more year and they look like complete garbage. And I feel like we're kind of seeing that with Brady right now, where he's just like not the same. And I don't want him to push it after this. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing.
I see that, but also I don't know. I like the humanity of it. Like I'd like to see the drop off. It just shows that we're all like
Human.
Yeah,
football,
isn't it?
like,
Yeah, it's
just
inevitable.
waiting.
And eventually, I mean, it'll fall off at what,
I think
47
we're
years
seeing
of
the
age?
drop off now, though. I mean, he
Yeah.
can't do anything without a great offensive line. Not a good
Offensive
offensive
line.
line, but a
Yeah.
great one.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I mean,
but like here's the thing though. So it's 20 quarterbacks who are 23 years old still can't do that either.
agreed. Well, at
I mean,
least
he's got how many years of experience? I mean,
yeah.
he can
But,
outthink
yeah.
so many people.
But
He
also,
can outthink with a bad offensive line. That's the
yeah, he
benefit.
could too. Oh my God, that was a tight window, Dak.
That's
you
what I was
lucky
thinking.
son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Um,
that was a tight
yeah.
throw.
You saw Stephen A. Smith.
Momentum
looked,
is on their way.
Stephen A. Smith looked Dak Prescott's dad in the eye, and he said, "Your son's throwing 2 interceptions today."
Yeah, that's amazing.
That could be a
Speaking-
jinx right there.
Speaking of former first take things, the funny thing about that is at least Tom Brady survived Max Kellerman's "he's gonna fall off a cliff"
Mhm.
comments,
I like
because that
Max. I
next
always
season
liked Max.
I was
Kellerman.
like, but that next season Brady won the MVP, and I'm pretty sure he won another Super Bowl right after those comments. I'm pretty sure when he said he's gonna fall off a cliff, I'm pretty sure that
I
same
don't-
season he won
So
another
you
MVP
know
and a
what?
Super Bowl.
I don't blame him though, because he was like 43 at the time.
Yeah, he was like 48. He was like 42 or
supposed-
43.
he's
Yeah.
And then we were
supposed
coming
to
off
fall
the
off the
punt
cliff.
bowl.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was the last year he won a Super Bowl with the Patriots. That was the year Max Kellerman said he was
Made
going to
his
fall.
comment.
Well, that Super Bowl was horrendous. It literally made my eyes bleed to watch
Yeah.
that Patriots-Rams Super Bowl.
13-3.
Whatever it
Crazy.
was. It was like the most punts I've
It
ever
should
seen
have
in a
been
game.
it should have been the greatest offensive Super Bowl we've ever seen, and it was just an absolute.
No,
dud.
literally, the punter should have got MVP.
Should have.
Don't you miss Todd Gurley?
I do. All right,
Damn
That-
shame what happened to
that-
him.
you guys.
Yeah, so
Me
sad.
and my buddy were talking about this because I'm a Georgia fan, right?
Okay.
And I was messaging him the other day because I was like, the next jersey I have to get is Todd Gurley because I don't have a Todd Gurley Georgia jersey, but I have to also get a Stetson Bennett jersey,
Oh, okay.
right? Because
Okay.
he won 2 Super Bowl or 2
Oh.
national championships. But now it's like we're thinking of Gurley. I'm like, that dude was literally
Stop.
offensive player of the year and fell clean off. It's the craziest thing ever. He went to being like a top 3 running back to terrible. Who the hell?
Who's number
else am I gonna
16
play?
on the
Yeah,
team?
who's 16, Brian?
Say again.
Who's 16?
16.
Oh, T.Y. Hilton.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, that makes
Why?
more sense
Listen,
now.
Mhm.
That
What was his
Why?
jersey number with
Okay.
the Colts? Was he like 17? Is that why it looks a little weird?
I thought he was
Tyler?
in the
Yeah,
80s.
something like that. Yeah, T.Y. Hilton was like a,
Oh,
it's
no,
like a
17's
guaranteed
probably it.
first down on Dallas.
Well, stayed
Yeah,
true.
literally guaranteed. It's like, I think they said like 4 of his 6
Uh-oh.
catches this season.
It
were all
seems his
all
defense
first
is
down.
non-existent
That's a
for
big play.
Tampa.
Yo, Tampa's defense took the day
What
off,
happened?
bro.
It was
Oh,
it was the Giants offense where they did a play action dump to the tight end and he just ran it all the way to like the 15.
Oh, I love that. That. Schultz is so good.
No, that
I
was
gotta tell
Ferguson
you though, man.
or whoever.
I'm really
He's-
hoping the
he's a
Cowboys win
rookie.
this game.
He's a rookie.
I really
He's
do.
really good. He's
Who?
really good. Ferguson. He's
Ferguson?
a rookie. He's he's from
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin pumps out tight ends. They like
No,
pump
yeah,
out
them in Stanford. They're always quality.
them Stanford and Iowa always pump out tight ends. It's bizarre.
As we
Let's see
see
here.
Dak looking out to make some blocks on this.
Yo, Dak, you
we
ain't
got a
balling,
flag on the
buddy.
play.
I like it, Dak. I like it. I know you whiffed on it, but I like the effort.
Play call.
Let's see where that flag goes.
Ryan,
I'd
how
love to
far
see it.
behind are you right now? Like I feel like are we a play ahead?
they're
Yeah,
starting-
holding on
They're
that.
starting. It's 1st and goal.
Okay.
They're starting the play.
Yeah, he's just one play behind us.
Yeah,
That's,
which is,
yeah.
that's good.
not a hold.
There's
Holding
always
on ball
holding.
shorts. Let's see.
Matter-
I'm seeing the
whether
replay
they
now.
call it-
Come on, man.
I'll give you
look
my
at- I
official
love-
ruling.
Love that
You might-
Dak actually trying to make a block.
Yeah.
He grabbed his jersey there on the top. I mean, it's a close call, but
You could
I
call
can see
holding
that.
every play if you really wanted to.
Well,
That's
yeah, you
just-
could.
That's
Yeah,
ticky
I
tack.
think it's because he was twisted in and couldn't get out. That's why they threw it. Like it's really
You
like,
legitimately can see that
tic-tacky,
on
but yeah.
every play, though. Every outside
Holding on
run.
every
Yeah.
play, yeah.
But again, earlier in this game, they had a roughing the passer, and I was going to talk to you guys about that because I didn't think that was a roughing the passer, but it was because he kind of hit him in the face mask first.
Yeah.
But everything else after that, like especially after yesterday, like I was talking to my family about it. I'm like, they really need to clarify on like what really is a roughing the passer going forward. next
No.
season.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
getting
if
ridiculous.
They
not-
leave it ambiguous
Brady
on purpose.
It's roughing the passer.
Yeah, but it's terrible. Like I said, they have to make it so it's like clear cut, like what it is. So like me, it was like dive at the quarterback's knees, an intentional
Yeah.
slam into the ground, or any headshot should be a roughing the passer call.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's what
if you're
think
in the
strike
process
zone.
of the tackle yesterday, yeah, like yesterday in the Giants game, like he was wrapping him up and he slowly took him to the ground. It wasn't like he wrapped him up and then just like threw him over his shoulder. He just literally was bringing him the process to the ground. I don't think that's roughing the passer. So they have to really clarify what it is.
No, you didn't actually call that.
I'm
I
still
mean, it
totally
almost-
okay with
I'm
them
a,
going back
I'm a
to
little
the.
behind.
No,
I'm
way.
okay with them going
Mhm.
back to in the strike zone 1-2 steps, and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just don't think of Dak as being a guy who runs the speed option. It's just it doesn't work.
When
With the
was the
bad
last
ankle.
time that happened? Whoa,
With
you
the
know
bad
what?
ankle.
You know what I want to say? The last time I saw him run the speed option was when he snapped his ankle. Just saying.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Logan Ross.
Mr.
Okay,
Giants.
let's not jinx it too bad.
I'm not trying to jinx it too bad here, but that was the last time I think I saw him run
Oh,
the speed
God.
option.
That was
he
such
was-
a shame too. He was having such a great.
He was
season.
having a really good year. Let's see. We
Oh,
got a comment
no.
from James Warren. Dak playing hard. He is so far. I'm giving props to
And
him.
that Bucks D line's playing hard too.
Oh!
That was a stuff.
Finally, a
That was a
stop.
hell of a
Finally,
tackle.
so-
My
Mm-mm.
God, that was really good. James, if you want to answer, we were talking before the stream, before we went on. We said Dak has to have a Daniel Jones-esque performance from yesterday in order for people to kind of wipe away the stink that we say in Dak in the playoffs. So
Yep.
if you're wondering, James, do you agree with that? Do you think Dak needs to have a Daniel Jones-esque performance to make our opinions change
they're
on him in the
going for
postseason?
it? What?
Yes, they are.
They have to
Fourth
go for it.
goal.
Gotta go for it.
Yo,
on the
Dak's
two?
on there.
What?
Well,
I'm a
they're
little
On
behind.
this,
I'm a little behind. Desmond, I'm a
Look
little
at
behind.
that.
So
Look
let
at
me see.
that. This game's over.
Oh, they ran the Yo, they need to do a side by side on the Peyton Manning play. Do you guys remember that? I saw that
Wait, they
recently.
do the Peyton Manning boot against Dallas?
Watched it. Yeah, James said definitely.
Oh,
that. They just did the Peyton
hey,
Manning
you know what?
fake.
People
fake
always
the
talk about
cameraman.
Kellen Moore, though.
And he ran.
you
He
gotta
ran.
give
He
Kellen
ran
Moore
the
little
other
props
way.
right there.
That was a hell of a call.
what a fake.
That was a hell of a fake.
Wow.
But it was
So
literally
if-
the Peyton Manning cell. Like that.
If
that's
you
literally it.
guys, if you want to ever watch anyone
No,
listening,
son, he
maybe
really
the best offensive game ever, it's the Broncos Cowboys second highest
Yo.
scoring game in NFL history.
Yo, Ma,
No,
how do you
Desmond-
love
Desmond,
this
Peyton
game?
Desmond, please don't tell me.
On.
All right, you got to cut him. Send them out there now. Your punter is now your kicker. It's over. It's over.
Oh no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
All right, guys.
He has the yips.
He has the yips. He forgot how to be a kicker on extra points.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's really bad.
It's really, really bad.
You can't miss 2 in a row. That's the
way.
season. That's his season. That's his career.
Yeah.
Straight up his. I mean, seriously, no one has the patience for a kick
he was
anymore.
too good this year, but like he can't miss another one.
He's getting nervous. It's his first ever playoff game.
He has the yips.
Some new Kang
Tell me your true.
Okay.
Tell me, in your opinion, throughout the histories, from your Blair Walshes to your Gary Andersons to your wide right Scott Norwoods, who in your mind is the worst missed field goal ever?
Oh, I got
Ohio
it.
State kick?
I got it.
Yes, that's a bad one there.
Desmond, that's not the worst to me. That is the greatest missed kick for me.
Hey man,
right?
Georgia won the year before. They, I mean,
no, we got to go. We had back to back. We had to do it.
I mean,
they had to do it.
If you're trying to compete with Bama, just stop. No one's going to compete.
They're going for the three-peat this year. I can't wait.
I hope they don't, man. College football needs more parity.
Ray Finkel.
Ray Finkel. You come on,
Ray
Finkel.
Ray Finkel.
Okay, from the Miami Dolphins. For those who don't know.
No, what was the dude on the Bears? They lost
Cody Parkey.
The double doink.
Cody Parkey.
Yeah.
And then Eddie Pinheiro.
He hit the upright 4 times in one season.
Something like that.
It's almost impossible.
The Cody one. I'm not. If my friend says hi in the chat soon, if he's here, he'll know. Me and him were at a Buffalo Wild Wings. We were watching that game. I'm being dead serious. I looked away. I was drinking my beer. I looked away, and I was like, "No way, he's missing this kick." My friend said, "Like, no fucking way." I look up and I see the double doink happen, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" It was like literally the craziest.
No, it was against the Eagles. I started screaming.
Yeah.
Do we count the botched hold by Tony Romo in the wild card game against Seattle?
No, it's not a kick.
No, that's not a kick.
I really think the
Cody Parkey, Venmo legend. That's a good one.
In the head for that.
That's a good one.
I mean, the Blair Walsh one was that was a chip shot that just was a disaster against Seattle. Cold.
If you really think about that, that was like from that point on was the downfall of Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Yep. No, laces out, man. Ray Finkel, shout out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Toro almost got killed for it.
He's gonna shake it off.
I mean, for us our Giants Super Bowls, I think a lot of people would say it would be Scott Norwood's wide right.
Yeah.
Bills Giants.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people defend that one weirdly, like in documentaries and stuff about like the kicking positions.
I know.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think people are just giving him an out.
Yeah.
That's the Super Bowl right there. You can't he's truly the only one that he's the only one who's missed a possible game-winning field goal, Super Bowl winning field goal. All the other ones were playoff implications.
Like,
and even the Gary Anderson one, they were still up by a touchdown and gave it up after the fact. But
I'll make this comment I always say for kickers, they only get to play 4 or 5 snaps a game, maybe, and they're expected to be 100% every time. When every guy on defense sucked terribly in all those games to put the kicker in that position. So it's like, I think a lot of people always blame the kicker when it's like, your defense lit up 31 points.
Part of the game, but at the same time, you have Adam Vinatieri, so like,
he
made it work.
He's missed some kicks.
Just remember this though. Ready? No NFL player gets more that ever touches. And think about quarterbacks. No one ever touches 80% completion percentage, and that's counted as a very, very good kicker for completion percentage. So it's like
great job.
It's the hardest job. It's the hardest skill position job in the NFL. Probably.
Wait, who was the Ravens kicker that missed the one against New England in the playoffs?
Yeah.
That was before Tucker, right?
Pre-Tucker.
Oh, I forget.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah,
we're all gonna remember it, but
that was
they had what's
Billy
his name?
Cundiff.
Yeah, Billy Cundiff. I think he was in the
boy.
league as early as last year. Still,
that was the first kicker I ever felt bad for, like in real time.
Yeah,
didn't like. I remember Steven Tyler saying that awful national anthem right before.
Last year Billy Cundiff played was for the Bills in 2015. So it's been a little
okay.
bit,
Then
but
I was hearing there was somebody I heard that missed a terrible kick when played recently, was still in the league. I thought that was him, but
So
guess not.
James Warren said Dallas will get an interception next. Tom Brady is going to get desperate to score. Tom Brady's desperate to score every play, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Prop
money.
everyone dropped money on number 7. He wants everyone to start putting the prop bet in.
Oh,
at
Leonard
number 7
Fournette.
next
He's
to-
somebody who's looked ancient as the games have gone by for this Buccaneers team.
which is weird because he's actually like pretty young. Like it's
that was a
It's
bad
the- it's
miss.
the it
Oh,
really is the leg
oh.
injuries. The leg injuries killed him.
it's Todd
Brady's
Gurley. But
pissed.
yeah,
Brady
Leonard
looks
Fournette's-
very mortal right now.
Leonard Fournette
He's
is our age.
underthrowing
He's my
guys.
age. He's me and Matt's age. He's 27.
Yeah, he
There
is
you go.
underthrowing a lot. He can't step into his throws because the Cowboys are doing the smart thing. They're blitzing him up the middle. That's always been his kryptonite.
But what I tell you guys in our podcast the number one game plan for Dallas was to get pressure on Brady. Like I just do the Giants format.
Yeah,
to win
just
Super
go
Bowl.
pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
He's a sitting duck back there. He can't move around.
No. But that's the thing. Like the Giants knew, and that's why Spagnuolo is a great coordinator and he's still in the league, was that he knew, okay, if I get Brady off his rhythm, the whole rest of the team shuts down. So that's what Dallas had to come out to do. Like, I mean, right now, great open field tackle.
Fourth and third.
but
Do you think they're going to go for it? No,
No,
it looks like they're bringing
no,
it
punt
back.
off the field.
Hunt it, get it off the field. The Tampa's defense has shown up. I mean, they made the stops needed. It's just, Tampa has
If Dallas goes down the
man.
field and scores again, this game is done.
It's over.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't know.
I'm not going to say
No,
anything
no,
until
I'm
it's the
saying
end of the
it.
game.
I'm
These
saying it
wild card
right
game
now.
has been different. The wild card, these wild card, we all thought, we all
Yes,
were
we said
messaging each
that
other.
about-
Jags. We all said the game was done, and look
You know
how that
what?
all turned
Every
out.
Let's
single
actually,
one.
we
I did
can't
not.
all be in
I
agreement
called-
on
I
the
called the
stream. It
Jags
makes it
game.
too boring. So I'll be the dissenter here. I'll say that the game is done if the Cowboys score again.
I did call the Jags game.
You did.
I did say it.
I wish.
I did.
I wish
my
we had
my uncle
Desmond-
texted
I
me.
wish
My
we had
uncle texted
Desmond
me.
on
He
live
goes, "It's gonna happen."
during that Jags game. That would have been great.
I didn't
Yo,
bet at all this
I
weekend
was
that I immediately
cheering
regret.
for the Jags. I mean, I called the Chargers to win, but that was just a great game. I mean,
I
that
think-
was an
yeah.
amazing game.
I think I would have had my best week ever pick wise if I actually bet this weekend. But I also think because I didn't bet this weekend, I got to see good football. Like that, like you all have that. Like me, I was like the Giants won yesterday, but I was like, I feel if I bet on that game, they would have lost. And I was like, I could have bet on the Jags at halftime to come back and win. But I was like, if I do that, it's probably not going to happen. So, I mean, props to the Jags. I mean,
I just couldn't help but laugh at the dude who bet $1.4 million.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
Didn't know how to bet.
Yeah.
Dude, did you guys also see someone had a $42 bet to win $1 million, and he missed on Justin Jefferson first touchdown by an
Man, that
inch?
shit pisses me off.
Did you
I don't want to
guys see
see
that?
people's bets
He
like
bet
that.
$42,
Yeah.
got everyone else correct, and then it was him. Justin Jefferson getting tackled at the 1 yard line that prevented him from winning
I
$1
would have
million.
thrown up. I would have left.
I might be admitting to being jealous, but I just hate seeing those bets. I just
Well,
you go.
Yeah,
so
I mean, there's
lucky
some
you.
moments. Yeah, there's some moments where I'm like, props to you. Like, congrats to the guy who cashed out before
Oh
Argentina,
yeah,
France.
he
He bet
got
$25 and won like 250,000 because he bet every single championship correct up until that point.
yeah. That one I don't mind. The
Yeah.
other one's like, okay, bro, we get it. You
Yeah.
you go hard
Yeah,
in your betting.
but I'm like, you
Just so
cash
happen
out
to hit.
$25, turn into $250,000. Yeah, I'm
like
taking it.
cash out. You're good.
Just yeah.
I've always wondered, does
Um,
FanDuel literally, put in that account $250,000?
Yeah. And then I don't know what
How do
happens
you
when
do
you
the-
try to withdraw it. Like, do they
Yeah.
send you a check? Do
Yeah,
they
what is
take
the government?
taxes out?
Where's the government? The government
What does the government
IRS is
do?
like, hey, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it right
You
here.
probably
You
have
gotta-
to-
you probably
have to
have to
call.
claim
You
ta-
probably
yeah,
have to call.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to claim, I think, taxes on like the sports betting stuff.
That's nuts. Just have
Well,
it
I think
200.
I think they send you like a T90. They send you like a tax form. I think a T98T or something.
I think
like
so.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what the
When you-
Chiefs
yeah.
play the Jaguars now, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
All right.
That's gonna be the
So if you
Saturday
think about
afternoon
it,
game.
That's
Yeah.
like literally like a mirror. Those teams are like the poor man's Chiefs and the Jaguars. If you think about them, like
I
position
mean,
wise.
you have to wait till they get some more credit. I think that if they could, I'll give you that. If they get some, if they beat this team or make
Yeah,
it
no,
competitive.
all
but
four games are gonna be
the
great
way I
next
say it is
weekend.
this: ready? You have Pat Mahomes. Trevor Lawrence got drafted with the ideas of becoming a Pat Mahomes. Like
But
ETN,
I don't think he will be Mahomes.
I don't think he will. But I'm saying though, like I'm
He
just
looks
saying, like
good,
they
though.
like there's Travis Kelce. If you wanted to get the
Travis Kelce's
the
not
hat-
Evan Ingram,
Don't put
and me
don't
and Alex
put
know.
Travis
poor man.
Kelce,
No, I'm
Kelce
saying-
in the same
damn
sentence as
well.
Evan
I'm
Ingram.
I'm saying they're a poor man's version of that team. Like if you went to the
They-
dollar
they-
menu
You're
and
a
you
homeless
wanted the
man's
Chiefs,
version of that
your
team.
mom got the Jaguars.
No, I think the Jaguars are going to run the AFC South for the next 5 years. I think they really would do, but I agree. I mean, they need to add a few more pieces.
Bar
but,
no injuries.
Yeah, but I mean, ETN's a baller. Ingram decided to learn how to catch a football, but I think they can do better there. And yeah, I think they need a few extra pieces. But yeah, I mean, they're taking. I mean, everyone's kind of trying to follow the format of the Chiefs, right? You get your quarterback and you put a bunch of offensive weapons on him, and you're good.
Okay.
I'm going to see what this play is because
I'm
every
marching
time
down.
Desmond says something, it's either a really tight throw or it's like a really nice play.
It was a chunk.
It was a chunk play. It was a good chunk play. That was a good play.
It's a good throw, Dak.
That was a good throw. I'll give him that.
You know,
That was
Dak is playing mistake-free football right now.
which is what we said pre-show before we got live. We all said that he has to have a clean game.
Yeah, and so far so good.
Yeah.
As we go into the 2-minute warning in a second.
You know
Yeah,
what?
you know,
There
It's
you go.
interesting that they're not really having any effect in the run game, though. That's the interesting part. They're doing well without running the
Yeah.
football well.
Well, they're beating that. I mean, that was a
They
soft kind of
blinded them
zone,
with science.
so it works. Just get the chunk play when you have it. I mean,
Well, yeah, they have in the middle linebacker bail all the way to the deep third. Like you should just be throwing slant routes, like intermediate routes, right over midfield, and they should be cakewalking down the field.
well, I mean, I agree. I mean, luckily the Giants are around the second half, but I told you guys they had to get out of that soft zone because Hawkinson, he was just ripping the Giants for a while.
No, yeah,
and they kind of got out of it and it worked. But I mean, take advantage if you're seeing your opportunities, even if the tight end over there, like they just did. The Cowboys take what defense is giving you. I mean, Daniels did the same thing yesterday. So
Matt, do you
Yes.
have any idea about if you were going to do a stream next week? Do you have an idea about which one you'd want to do?
I mean, obviously, the Saturday night would make the most sense with the two fan bases being represented in that.
That's what I was going to say to you. Actually, if you chose to do Saturday, I probably wouldn't be there. Girlfriend's family is going to be in town on Saturday, but if you do either of the Sunday games, I probably could be there for those. But don't base your decision based on me, though.
I feel you. Yeah, and I know Saturday's night's tough in general. Just give me the rest of the day tomorrow to think about it. We'll see what makes the most sense.
Both Sunday games are going to be good, though. I mean, Bills-Bengals, the early game.
Yeah, I think Bills Bengals would be fun to watch.
That would be real good.
yeah, definitely. Because if the Dallas is in the division, I'll be at the bar with the family.
Yeah, that would be Sunday night for that one. Yeah, then I think we'll lean towards Bills-Bengals AFC divisional playoff for now.
I also think that might just be the best one, just because they didn't get to play.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
it'll be
really
the
get to
best
see the full game of that.
like no doubt. I think my girl's family will be gone by then. They're coming in town for this weekend, but I think they'll be gone by that time the game starts.
And Saturday, like you, Desmond, like I might be up at the game watching it at my parents, or they might be coming here, enjoying that.
Mhm.
Like I said, all the history of the Giants. It's funny with my dad. It's like he's like pessimistic but optimistic at the same time. It's like really, really weird.
I mean,
But
being a fan of the Eagles or the Giants, I feel that because that's how I am like every game.
yeah. I think that's how we all are.
You
but
gotta
that's also
ride that
because of
line,
how
right?
we all were raised, right? Like, I mean, Desmond, you had your time where the Eagles were a tough team to watch, and we had a time where the Giants were a tough team to watch. And
Well,
there's times where
I think I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but my mom's a Cowboys fan, right? So my whole life I had to hear my mom being like, "Well, y'all ain't got no rings."
yeah, and you finally got one, right? Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, I finally get that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't get the 3 and 4 territory, Desmond, I'm all right. You know,
Hey,
Yeah.
you know
get your
what?
2, I'll be fine with.
I'm
but
good
stop
with
after
just
that.
one. You know, like I went my whole life without having any. So I mean, just getting that one. I
Yeah.
mean,
Imagine being
I
a
mean-
Vikings fan.
Well, it's true. Imagine being a Bills fan. I mean, also
Hey, the Bills might break it this year.
4 straight. Don't walk away with
It's
one.
funny. Bud Grant's still around, led the Vikings to 4 Super Bowls as a head coach, was there and still disgusted. He was ready to go and put a defensive scheme out there because they could not handle our offense yesterday.
I gotta say though, I mean, if the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl this year, I hope it's the Bills. Like that city should win that title. I mean,
It should, yeah.
even before the DeMar Hamlin thing, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I think I was the same way. I think that we wanted.
Like
I wanted
it's
the Bills.
time. It's time for the Bills.
But I just was nervous against how I saw them against Miami. I don't know.
They look shaky for the last since Thanksgiving. I feel
Yeah,
like
Josh Allen.
Oh
hasn't
yeah,
had
no,
a good
yeah. There's
season.
been
Since
there's
Josh
something
Allen's
missing.
injury,
There's
they've been
something
shaky.
missing in the Bills. That's my only
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
They're definitely a team you root for, but you can't say they're a sure thing. At least not yet.
I thought the
Well,
Bengals were a sure thing until last night, but they looked real shaky against that
but we
Ravens
all-
team.
Yeah, but the
But we
Ravens
always-
defense is legit.
But we
But the
always
Ravens
know
defense
AFC
wasn't legit the first half of the season. I mean, like
But the
And they
AFC
got
a lot of
Roquan
games.
the AFC matchups, we all know. Anytime they play each other, it's literally like a dogfight. Like we can never. The
I am
Steelers or whoever
so
could be the worst
interested.
team in the league, and they could still battle the Bengals and keep it a 1-score game. It's the most bizarre thing about the AFC North, but it really that's how it is. All those.
I
teams
legitimately
beat
have
each other.
no idea what to expect in this Bills Bengals game next week. I'm really excited to watch that game.
Yeah, I don't know. If there's
You know, they always say it's very hard the year after you lose your offensive coordinator who you've been having like continued success with. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this is a little bit of a sluggish start. Like Josh Allen's inconsistencies are like really their biggest limitation now because the run game actually got answered in with James Cook. So it's really now their best asset is their worst asset in Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the NFC Championship game is going to be the early game. Okay.
That's weird. I always feel like
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad about it either.
Yeah, we know. Oh, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Called by
is
Kevin
the
Burkhardt.
AFC
I just
is
never know what they're going to do with the scheduling because
Is AFC in the championships going to be the neutral site game, right?
if it's
Yeah.
Chiefs,
Bills and
Bills.
Chills. Yep.
yeah.
If and only if. And they'll play it in Atlanta.
Oh, they
Yes,
determined that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in
picked
Atlanta.
That's a weird place to play. I thought they would have went to like Minnesota or something.
I heard that was
yeah.
the third choice and it
Yeah.
wasn't available.
It was supposedly like Detroit, Minnesota, where like the team
cold
plays,
area.
yeah, supposedly they weren't available, so then they picked Atlanta because I guess it was available.
Don't you think it's
Oh.
cool to not have an influence on either team where it's a true, with no fan base or home field advantage, you can really test these two outs in a warm environment like that? I've heard some people criticize that. I think some people think it's cool. I personally think it's cool, especially
it's
with
cool.
what.
I think you
especially
get that
if
in the
these two
Super
are
Bowl,
gonna
though. I don't
win.
think you need it twice. I mean, I know it's extenuating circumstances, but I don't think we need to have it be a thing going forward.
Right. Good take on that one too. I'm so cold.
Okay, so
Hate 'em.
third down here.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Jason
36.
Peters just got hurt.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
Old man Peters.
Talk about Jason Peters, like a converted tight end to tackle playing this
Had a
long
great
in the NFL.
career.
He's 41 years old. He's been in the league for like 15, 16
He'll be a
years.
Hall of Famer.
So
yeah.
actually, this is his 18th year, I think.
No.
Let's see what
Oh,
Dak-
okay.
See what Dak
Okay.
could pull off running for that first down again. Well, some people just have it in the first half. But we'll wait for a second half as the clock keeps rolling down.
That was a ballsy play by
Dak-
Dak.
Dak needs to
Big
learn how to
football.
slide for the love of God.
Oh
He-
yeah,
He had to go. He had to go head first.
Honestly,
that one, though.
I
I
wouldn't
know he
have
had to
got
go
that.
head first on that one, but
He slid.
still,
You
like
know what?
I
Doug?
never
At the
see
same
him slide.
time, he has a bad ankle. I don't want him sliding because if that cleat gets caught while he's
Yeah,
sliding
that's true.
down, it's over.
That's true.
You could use
what's
his
more
face, like,
important,
use
your
his
ankle or
face.
your
He
head?
uses.
Use
Oh,
his face. He has the
Depends
face
on who you
mask.
ask.
There's a reason why he used the face mask. It's fine.
all right. I gotta switch broadcasts. I went to Peyton and Eli, and then I'm getting distracted by their facial expressions on the screen, so I'm going to full screen.
I'm feeling something big from T.Y. Hilton.
You know what? Next game, there's a game that when I work and do some live streams, we should pick a player and guess his stat line. So next live stream,
I'll lose that one.
I was gonna do CeeDee Lamb today, but we all just go around table and pick like a player and be like, all right, like we could pick a receiver. So like for let's say if we do Bills Bengals, we just do like Jamar Chase and how many receptions, yards, touchdowns he'll have, and then like
I'll take T Higgins.
You know,
I'll take Gabe Davis.
We can all
Gabe
pick
Davis.
We can pick multiple
I'll
players.
I'll make this call right now. Dallas Cowboys have 4 sacks in the fourth quarter.
Nah, man. Brady's release is too quick. If anything, it'd be like 4 batted passes, maybe.
The game we're leaning towards, as it is Bills and Bengals, which I would say there's a 90% chance we'll put that and make that official on during the podcast tomorrow.
My in-law family is be going nuts.
And for that Bills and Bengals, though, yeah, maybe we could pick maybe make a player prop bet out of that, post it and see who wins it.
Hi, Dak, relax.
Oh, so speaking of
I don't
the
do props anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, no way.
Did he just punch him in the face? What?
I don't know what he just did, but that was a bizarre trip.
Wow, this Bucks defense is not doing shit.
I'm trying to spoil it too bad for you, Brian.
Wow.
But
Jeez.
I know
Sorry, I
you're
can't help myself, Brian.
While I'm waiting right now.
Oh, that's good clock management. Okay.
Speaking of that Bengals Ravens game, my girlfriend goes to me, it's 4 minutes left. And she goes, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna end in 4 minutes. It took 20 minutes in real time. So that's a new learn. Yeah, they gotta speed up the game.
You can't say like
that's way too long these games.
speed of football, speed of the NFL.
Yeah. My fiance is so funny when it comes to that. My fiance is the same way. I'd be like, "Oh, there's like 5 minutes left in the game." She'd be like, "Oh, so you mean 2 hours?" And I'm like, "Yep, pretty much."
25 minutes. Calm down. Hold on.
It's true. It really is. It really is.
It's not a basketball game. That might be 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, crazy.
And there you go. Game over.
No. Second half team, Tampa Bay Bucks.
Wait, did they just score?
We see them come back.
Okay.
Jerry Jones.
That was a hell of a play from Dak.
I'm so happy.
Dak's showing up today.
Jerry Jones is the guy in Family Guy who talks to Chris.
Oh, hello, Sean.
That was a good play, though.
I had a good friend. He's been on this podcast.
That was a really good play.
An amazing Herbert impression.
That guy was wide open, and he was like, "Please throw it to me."
Yeah.
Yes, right there.
Oh wow!
Oh my God, this
Dalton
defensive
Schultz,
back right
2
here.
tutties.
Yeah, whoever betted that is great.
Will he miss this?
Yeah.
Oh my!
No, Desmond, you can't. No, there's no way.
Oh, he did it again.
No way, Desmond.
He did it again.
God.
Yep, you're cut.
He missed again.
Yep.
He didn't miss again. No.
He has the M's.
Come on. Yo, look at Jerry Jones. This motherfucker.
This is what happens. This is why we should have never got rid of Dan Bailey like 4 years ago.
This motherfucker.
What the fuck?
This motherfucker.
All right. I gotta.
Okay. Imagine.
I gotta do some research. I gotta.
If you lose by 3, there's no sanity in this world.
I like how he's getting pissed, but he's played like shit like that too. So.
Most missed extra points.
He ain't playing like shit like that today, though.
In a single
good day to
game.
show up.
Oh my God, guys! My brother just did a live bet for a missed field goal on this. He just got $100.
There we go.
So we got Chris Caruso in the chat saying Mara ain't getting a ticket back.
Nope.
Yeah, he's going to be taking the Greyhound back to Dallas after this.
All right, so
that's a bad one. That's very bad.
I just have a stat from Stat News. 9 kickers are tied for missing the most extra points in a game with 3 misses. The first 3 are Matt Gay on November 24th, 2019, Roger Ruzick on December 26th, 1993, and Max Zenit, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Zenehas on November 2nd, 1986. So the most recent player to have 3 missed kicks is been Matt Gay.
Well, they only moved it back a few years ago, right?
Extra point misses.
I mean,
The
they moved
most-
it back in what, 2017, 2018,
Yeah.
something
So
like that.
Oh,
Matt
It's not
Gay is the
that
most
long ago.
recent, November
That's
24th,
bad.
2019.
I'll be right
3
back.
missed extra
I'm
extra
just
points.
putting the heat on.
Is that with the Chargers,
Get some
Alex?
sweatpants on.
He was playing
With the Rams, right?
18-0 so far.
He was playing
Oh,
for
is it Mac-
Tampa at the time.
But yeah.
Wow. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
That is ridiculous. Thank you,
It's the
Stabby,
holder's
for
fault.
that.
It's got to blame the holder. It's always the holder.
Well, he missed it to the left. So, I mean, obviously he was like overcorrecting. He's definitely in his head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't show me that. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, congratulations on coming back, Alex Smith, but I don't want to see your scars, bro. Like, oh,
It's all about his journey.
I mean, keep your journey to yourself.
It looks like a piece of jack links between his fucking legs.
I mean, tell me about the rehab. I don't need to see your leg, man.
Yeah, that was the worst injury I've ever seen. That was JJ Watt's fault. JJ Watt literally sat on him and he broke his leg.
That's brutal.
I mean, I feel for the guy. Don't get me wrong, but you can tell me about it. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
They should go on Fear Factor.
Oh, I'm good.
You people need to eat a piece of this.
I'm good.
And I believe it's true.
Let's
He's
see
singing?
what's going on. I don't know. Someone's singing.
That sounded like he was singing.
Serenade me, Matthew.
Who's the kicker? Brett Maher, right?
Yeah.
Brett Maher.
I
So
just
how
wanted to
come-
put the heat. It was 66 degrees in my apartment.
I'm trying to look
Oh,
at,
sure.
at Brett Maher on his. on
Why
his
is there
football
three
reference.
different pronunciations of that name? There's Maher, and Mare.
Mayor.
I feel the same way about Tom Thibodeau, and Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah.
It looks on
Dibs.
football reference is Maher. That's what I'm seeing on football reference.
Straight
I've
up,
heard-
Tom Brady is shut out last time by the Raiders in 01.
Sir. Back when last
You,
time we
you
were,
remember that, Alex?
I was probably in my parents' room rolling around on a bed, like 5 years old.
Brian
That was the last time we were any good.
was like an infant.
Was that the top?
I was 2. I was.
I think that was the year
John
after.
Gruden. That was a John Gruden team with Rich Gannon and Tim Brown and Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I think that was 02, the Tuck rule.
I think
Yeah.
2000
Jerry
was
Rice
like
was
around
on-
time I started
Jerry
watching
Rice was on that
football
team?
all the time.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Right after
Jerry Rice
McNabb got
was
drafted.
playing until his like 40s.
Remember he was on Seattle at one point?
Think so.
Yeah. Very end.
Who?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that actually.
That's like Dikembe. That's like what's his face? Hakeem Olajuwon in a Raptors jersey. It's just
Oh,
disgusting.
yeah. Well, look
Dikembe
at Adrian
Mutombo was
Peterson.
a
He's like
Nick.
Patrick Ewing in Orlando Magic jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro.
By the
Yeah.
way, what
That's
was
Jack
I
and the
looking up
Celtics.
again?
Rice
yeah.
Rice played for the Seahawks in 2005 and the 2004 and the Broncos in 2005, but he was only on the practice squad on the Broncos.
You were on the
Yeah.
practice
That doesn't
squad,
even
Jerry
count.
Rice. Yeah, the Tuck rule game was the year before when he was
Yeah.
shut out. Wait, no. Sorry, it was the Tuck rule when he was shut out in the first half.
Yeah.
So yeah, see if history repeats itself.
Bad juju.
Do we have anything scheduled for the halftime?
Thing for us.
No, we'll just more filler, more fun. Everybody has to give.
Everyone dropped
Everybody
I
has
have an
to
idea-
admit.
I have an
to,
idea for content.
to a crime they committed at one point in their life.
Oh
on camera.
God.
propane.
kidding.
We won't show the TV. We don't want to get
I'm kidding. I'm
copyrights,
kidding.
struck over here. But if you need to know the score, it's 18-0 right now with 6
Right.
seconds left. But we
You
can't
want to
show
do
the TV.
productive conversations? Who we think are the top 10 best wide receivers of 2022?
Oh, let's save that for another. No, I don't think that's not a bad
Whatever.
idea. But
Oh, would
I mean, you could
rather?
throw some of your favorite, but we could save that for the reflection pod.
Would
Yeah.
you rather?
I like that. Yeah, we
Most
can do it.
irrelevant
Top
Pro
10, yeah.
Bowlers of all time. Evan Ingram last year.
I like the idea of making the one hit wonder roster.
Yeah, the one hit wonder roster would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If people in the chat give us like your quarterback, wide receiver, running back, one-hit wonders, real quick. I want to see.
I was thinking of one.
And keep
Remember
any
Thomas
questions
Brady?
coming as well.
Yeah, and keep the questions
Remember
coming.
Tom
Thomas
Brady,
Rawls?
throw that.
Remember Thomas
Nope.
Rawls in Seattle? That one good season?
Corey
Or like
Dillon.
Spencer Ware on the Chiefs. Ran for like 1,200 yards right before
That's a
they got
good one.
Kareem Hunt.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. That's not
What
good.
happened?
Like Micah Parsons is
Mike goes
limping.
down.
Dude.
Oh, why? See,
No.
you should have just lied to me. You should have
Ankle.
lied to me.
Ankle looks
I
like.
wasn't gonna say
I can't
shit.
I got Mike McCarthy.
I was gonna let you
I
say
gotta
it.
go check. I gotta go check on Micah Parsons right now. But we're doing
Oh,
really
yo,
good.
that's bad. That's bad. That's really
Don't.
bad.
Why did they just
That's
cut to?
really
Why do
bad.
they cut to Maher going into the locker room? No one wants to see that
Oh,
guy right
great.
now.
Yeah, he may just did that
Man,
look
if you
bad.
lose by 3,
Can
there
we,
is-
That looked really bad.
at a certain point, can we
Oh,
start getting rid of these sideline
Oh, he's
reporters?
trying to walk it off the
He's hurt his ankle.
I don't know if
His
his
knee.
knee or his ankle.
He's
Yeah,
rubbing
Hey,
his
look at
knee.
his ankle. Look at his ankle. Looks
He's
like
limping
put a
off
on the
radio
Monday night
right
broadcast,
now.
it looks like
He's rubbing his knee.
He's limping
His knee?
off.
He's rubbing his right knee.
Oh,
Why is no one carrying?
He just stopped. Yeah, he's rubbing the top of the side of his knee, like the back
Oh,
side
great.
back of his knee right now.
awesome. That's an ACL or an LCL.
It could be his PCL. It could be Lamar. If he's grabbing like the
LCL.
right backhand side of his knee. It was weird.
Shit. Well,
I'm gonna go
knowing him,
back.
we'll try-
I'm gonna go back real quick because they're at half. I'm gonna go try to see if I can see what happened there. I'll try to report back to you guys real quick.
Knowing him, he'll slap a brace on it.
Let's see. Shoot him up with the painkillers.
Yeah, literally. But honestly, we don't need him for this game now, so I let him sit out.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't look good.
He
It
got
looks like
stuck.
it looks like a non-contact. He came firing off the edge, and then just kind of like it kind of bumped into a lineman, but then just like his ankle and knee just like buckled. Like it kind of like he hit like the other side offensive tackle, and his like leg just like turned really awkwardly.
So if you are making adjustments for the first half, what do the Bucs have to do to get back into it?
Score some damn points.
hmm Yeah, it just seems like
Try to
no
run the
offense whatsoever.
try to run the ball. At least like try to get some play action open up.
Yeah, like honestly, at this point, if they run the ball, they will get first down. So
You know
they
who I
limit
don't like?
I
mistakes.
understand.
Brady's made some really questionable throws. He has to try to limit those. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have to get the run game on. I'm going to try to look at the stats real quick, but
They got to give the ball to Rashad White. He's the best running back there.
yeah, he gets their offense going, and the run game at least, and then Fournette can do the
Listen,
rest.
it's the issue with guys like Fournette and Elliott are they're great at one cut and then vertical, but at that they're losing their speed. They're getting slower, and it just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I mean, looking
This
at
is
the
when you
first
need to
half
be
stats
laterally quick.
for Tampa right now, 120 total yards, 96 passing yards, 24 rushing yards, 4.0 yards per play, and only 7 first downs in the first half. I mean, they need to get their run game going. I mean, if you look at Dallas, they have 246 total yards, 181 passing yards, 65 rushing yards, and getting almost 7 yards per play. So, yeah, they definitely need to get the run game going, I think, somehow.
Now, hopefully, Dallas does the smart thing and just runs the ball and does play action.
Yeah, we'll see.
And if
Be
you're the
quick first
Cowboys, do you get too comfortable here, or you
No.
just run out this clock?
I
What
completely
can what
forgot.
do they
Yeah.
have to do to not be a laughing joke if you're Mike McCarthy?
do the
Say it
inverse
again?
of what the Chargers did? Just run the
Yeah,
ball.
like exactly.
No
What do
clock,
the
dominate
Chargers have to
possession.
Actually, you know what? I'll
Chargers,
take it
the
back. now.
Cowboys have to do to make sure they don't blow this and become a joke?
I'm telling you. This is what I say. You run the exact same script
Mhm.
as the first half until the defense stops it because they're going to try to adjust. But if you could still beat them while they're learning to adjust, then they'll get used to that. And that is when you switch on to run the run game. So take the first 5 minutes or 2 possessions of the second half and just do exactly what you were doing.
I agree. I mean, I know we keep on referencing the Giants game a lot, but it's the same thing, right? Like we all saw Daniel run after run after run. Then the Vikings picked up on it, got the stops, and then the Giants flipped the script and started going back to the play action, running the ball. So similar thing. Come out attack until the Bucs show that they can stop it, and then kind of switch it up. I think that's the movement there. Let's see here. Chris Caruso, my buddy. Yeah, he said agrees with us. Dallas can't change their game plan. Got to keep going. Completely agree there. Don't switch anything. I mean, like we agree. We all agree with the Chargers. They seem to switch up their game plan, and it completely backfired. The Cowboys just keep on doing what's working right now. I mean, yeah.
Shouts to Propane Forward 20 encouraging us to get a copyright. Can't show the TV, unfortunately, but
Propane
one
asks
of these
questions.
days.
We will love to have you here, but maybe when we're big enough, we'll be able to show the game. But right now, we are not trying to get copyright stricken.
Exactly. It's a start.
We're starting off here. But if you guys have any questions, we highly encourage them. Keep firing them away. Obviously, I know this is the Productive Conversations. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Mm-hmm.
We figured out the live streaming thing, so hopefully we're going to do more of this, Matt. Obviously, I think going forward. Keep asking questions.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're willing to answer them. Obviously, during this, I can't see the Mandalorian thing. I can't hear it right now. I don't want to blast my TV. So they're dropping the trailer for Mandalorian right now. I'll watch it on Twitter after.
That's right.
But I don't want to blast it right now because I don't want to get us all in trouble.
Exactly. But this is like Alex said. This is definitely the first of many, I would think, and it looks like there's the likelihood we'll do it again on Sunday at 3 p.m. for Bills and Bengals. But yes, as Alex said, like and subscribe, ask your questions in the comments, and let's keep it going.
I'm silently nerding out by just seeing some of the little Easter eggs in this trailer right now. And it was
a big deal.
It's a big deal for me. Some people know, Matt knows, but some people don't know. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Always
love
have been.
Star Wars.
Mandalorian saved the Star Wars for me recently.
Yeah.
After all the sequels. So I can't wait for this season to come out.
They're 2 for 2 in great seasons.
They are. And now they're going to Mandalore, one of my favorite planets and everything in the Clone Wars animated series. So I'm excited to see all that in live action. It's going to be dope.
The Mandalorian
based on
trailer.
a true story.
So all based. Galaxy far away. All based on true story.
You watch Mandalorian, Alex?
I'm a huge Mandalorian fan. Yeah.
That trailer was nice.
I mean, I will. I don't want to break it, but I literally just finished. I know they changed kind of the name of it, but I just finished Slave One. Boba Fett
okay.
strip.
Yeah.
Boba
Fett strip, right?
Mando's there. I just made a Lego figure that I got for Christmas. So it's all in this other room. I'm gonna have a shelf soon where I have all my nerdy Lego Star Wars stuff on all my Star Wars cool stuff. But
my only complaint about the show, man, I just wish they'd give us more episodes.
I know.
Give me 10 or 12, man. Like Disney, you got the money. Stop playing games.
They should prioritize on that. We get it. They have the ultimate IPs, and they throw everybody.
Mandalorian pulls in more viewers than anything else on Disney Plus. It's the highest rated show they have.
Yeah. So
give me the episodes, man. I'm already paying you the money.
Favreau Filoni could easily whip a few more episodes for us. I don't think they're
they're not creatively challenged.
I like that they gave a crack at the anime realm for Star Wars. A couple of those were really, really good, and I don't even like anime.
Visions.
I just watched them and it was really good. They really opened another realm with this.
Well, what they did was they actually went to individual anime studios in Japan, and had
famous ones,
and had them make them. So,
and what I think is really cool is if you really think about it, George Lucas based Darth Vader off a samurai warrior, actually. So it's it's a cool tie to that, and a thank you to that culture for bringing Star Wars basically the greatest villain ever. So it's really cool.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited.
Is Darth Vader the greatest villain ever?
In modern fiction,
just in movies in general.
In cinema, yes. Movies, I think so. You can make a strong argument that him and arguably the Joker are the best villains of all time.
Yeah, him and Joker, I think, would be tied for me.
The only thing,
which Joker though?
Heath Ledger
Joker.
Because Joaquin was good.
Joaquin was
that's a tough question.
It's
and
tough,
Mark Hamill is up there.
Yeah.
Jared
he
Leto
wasn't
is
on the
definitely
movie,
not.
though. Yeah, Jared Leto, no.
Jared Leto's
Sure,
not
no.
anywhere. No, you just remove him from the list.
Yeah, I would say Heath Ledger has the one because he
He was the first one that
he really embodies what evil is. What's the difference between evil and crazy? And he embodies both perfectly.
Yeah, I guess that order evil and chaotic evil.
Yeah. When he burns the cash
money.
and just shows, I don't want to do this for money. And then one of the greatest monologues ever, Upside Down, and he just says, "I'm not killing you because you're just too darn fun." And he gets caught anyways. And even though he goes to jail, I'm assuming he goes to jail, he accomplished his goal.
I thought interesting thing I found out after the movie came out was that scene where he was like at the hospital and he was like smacking the controller, that was actually like improv.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah, the controller actually wasn't working, and he was just like, "What?"
And then it finally triggered. Yeah, that was
let the roll.
Yeah, it's like keep the
Chris
cameras
Nolan's
going.
awesome. I'm so excited for Oppenheimer.
Yeah, that should be a fun movie or interesting movie. I think he's gonna do really well with that.
You got like 2 or 3 movies you're like really psyched about this year?
In 2023, I really want to see.
I'm more shows right now. Like I'm excited for Last of Us. I'm gonna probably wait for like all that to come out or a majority of that to come out, and then Mandalorian. But movies, I don't know.
I really want to see Ari Aster's they just dropped with Joaquin Phoenix. It just looks so freaking strange. Ari Aster's the best horror director now, and he legitimately scares me. How does this guy's brain come up with this? And I like his original ideas too.
I'm a comic book nerd, so honestly, the Ant-Man Quantumania movie and the Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie coming out later.
Oh yeah, I'm really hyped for Spider-Verse too.
I think
John Wick, the new John Wick.
Oh, John Wick. Is it 4? No.
Yeah. I literally just watched the first John Wick for the first time. Like I've seen it in pieces, but I never seen it like fully. So I finally fully watched.
Bo is Afraid, by the way, for those interested. We also have a Barbie movie and
but like we're not
Creed
psyched
3.
for the Barbie
Creed
New
3.
Indiana
Okay.
Jones. New Indiana Jones.
Yeah, New Indiana Jones. I might be excited to go.
Come on now.
That's embarrassing.
Come on.
New
Hunger
80
Games.
for Brady.
Harrison is too old for that.
He's literally 80 years old.
He'll pass the torch. He'll pass the torch to the new one. Is his
I
last
hope he
time?
passes the torch. Like it's time, man. It's time.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. I think
Cocaine
people are going to
Bear,
find
of course,
Cocaine Bear is going to be hilarious.
Ray Liotta's last movie.
Cocaine Bear. The Super Mario movie, just to see how they mess it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would say the top one for me is Oppenheimer and Bo is Afraid. I want to see Timothy Chalamet, who I'm not crazy about, but their version of Wonka.
No one said Scream 6.
Oh, not Scream 6. That was done after Scream 2.
No.
Legitimately
Or
good.
Fast 10. No one's watching Fast and the Furious movies.
We're not watching
Family.
I want to see
family.
History of the World Part 2 for a real cinephile, just to see how they do that. Mel Brooks at 96 releasing a new movie.
That could be an interesting one.
It looks like this third quarter is about to start, everyone. See them coming back now.
Yeah.
For the kickoff.
A lot of exciting things happening.
There's a meme up on Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report right now goes Cowboys kicker after missing 3 play attempts, and it's when Jamal Adams locked out of the Jets locker room. Oh God.
Cowboys fans that are currently watching, are you confident in? I mean, we have Brian here, but in the chat, are you guys confident you guys are going to pull this second half off, or is there going to be a Brady miracle? People in the chat, if you want to ask questions.
I feel like they have to score on this specific drive if they have any shot there.
I agree.
Even
I
just
feel
a field
they need
goal.
to reset momentum. Gotta reset momentum.
Short kick.
Tom Brady. I
First and the
don't want to see
last time
this
I'll
as
be
his last
watching,
game.
Hoping the Cowboys win.
Just get
I think
down.
my cat has joined the stream. Oh, no, she's gone.
All right, I will be right back. I'm going to go grab another drink.
There you go.
All right.
Let's
Does the
see.
Bucks start this off?
Halftime
The second half
adjustments?
isn't there.
Nope. Check down.
Uh-oh. Somebody turn their meat down before the Disney man comes.
Yeah, we hear someone's TV in the background.
Do you hear mine?
Not
Somebody's.
anymore.
Okay.
It's not mine, is it?
Micah Parsons is in, by the way, so I guess the injury was not as serious as they led to believe.
All right, that's good. Sometimes you just get hit in the leg snaps back and you get a little scared.
Another
Sometimes
overthrow by
adrenaline's
Brady.
a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Oh, they're showing what happened to him. Oh, he like collided knees with one of the
Oh,
Bucs offensive
knee to knee.
linemen.
That always hurts. Oh, in basketball, the worst.
Yeah.
I think a quarterback should have like a shock collar so that every time they throw a receiver into danger in the middle of the air, they have to feel it too.
And you know what? I like that a lot because some of them just make.
And another
Honestly,
drop. Another 3 and out for the Bucks.
One guy that everyone always loved as a quarterback, but I always thought he put in his receivers in harm's way, Drew Brees.
Oh, all the time.
Guys used to get decked.
Yep.
Well,
Like Marquise Colston, everyone forgets about him.
Oh,
Oh my God.
You know,
Now-
on the other hand, though, receivers don't take a whole lot of hits in comparison to other positions. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
oh, that was almost a block.
well,
I mean,
But
if
when
you
they
think, you
do-
think about like a running back, for instance. I mean, how many hits do they take in a game?
well, yeah, but would you rather have like 1% hits or like 100% hit?
I mean, I guess it depends on you're talking about like over the course of a career, or over the course of a week.
Oh no, that's more what I meant, like a week. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, in a week, then you probably want the smaller hits, but over the course of the career, that's why those running backs flame
Yeah.
out so quickly. Taking
Yeah,
those
they get
hits
hurt.
all the time.
So demanding on the body, you know, it's like crazy.
I mean, they get hit every play. No one
Yeah.
takes
Yeah,
more
it's
punishment than they
crazy.
do.
I'm always amazed at how well the offensive linemen are conditioned because they usually have like good linemen have like 12, 15-year careers. And it's like those guys are like at it every single play.
Yeah, they don't get to
Yeah.
rotate in and out like the D linemen do.
Yeah.
Nope.
plus
Well-
you get to go up against the same dude the whole time for most of the game. Imagine
Yeah.
just all your linemen who went up against NFL legends. Like if you're a tackle in the 90s and you go up against like Reggie White or something. Or
LT.
right now you have to, LT's another one. If you're like whatever center is lucky enough to go up against Aaron Donald.
Yeah. Warren Sapp, Jason
Yeah.
Taylor.
So I was
The Rock.
listening to JJ Watt on Hard Knocks, and he said that in the beginning, the first 4 drives of the game or 5 drives of the game, he'd line up at every position on the defensive line and play against every lineman to figure out which one was the worst, and then the rest of the game would only play on him.
That's hilarious, and I love it. I love
And
it.
then here's the crazy thing. Then Taylor Lewan on Bustin' with the Boys made a comment too, and he goes, "Yeah, I saw JJ Watt for 1 quarter my rookie year, and I didn't let him have a sack. Then on the other side, he got like 2, and for my entire career, he never played against me ever again."
Well, that's respect.
That is big respect, but also like how crazy is that? Like he has probably a list of where to play this
He's
team on
like,
him.
I'm not going up against you or you or you.
I am going against that guy right there.
Well, I mean, some offensive linemen are kind of just soft. So, I mean, smart on him for, just doing
Yeah.
that. They just big frames, but like no muscle.
Or they're just too slow. They just don't have that lateral quickness, which, years ago, it was more of just going back, straight back directly and, the outside edge. But the way these DNs play now and how quick they are laterally, like, you really
Yeah.
have to shift diagonal. It's constantly moving.
Oh, that's a lucky fucking throw.
Yeah. Like I said,
come on, Dak. Like that.
everything's
got
just
bailed
going to work
there.
out. Everyone's just working out for Dallas today.
Yo, the Bucks defense, was like a linebacker. Yeah, the Bucks linebacker had no idea what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, there's that slide you wanted. Slid that time.
Use your
Take
face.
the orb.
Come
Oh
here.
wow. That's a big problem I've noticed this year with Dallas. That they bobble a lot of balls. They still come down with the catch, but they're constantly like
Yeah,
taking 3 tries to catch a ball. Like,
right.
oh, where's the stick 'em? Got to put the stick 'em on the numbers.
Oh, okay.
I have that run finally. Nope, another. There's always forward momentum with this team today.
That is one thing about Dallas. Once they get in a hum, it's very hard. It's really they implode on themselves in turnovers. Either way, no one could beat them on offense.
Let's be fair though. I mean, the Bucks have gotten a lot of grace from people like critiquing the NFL this year, basically on Brady's history. This team has not been good all year.
No,
They really haven't been. Everyone's been like, oh, you can't count out Brady, but it's just like, all right, but Brady's 1 of 22. I mean, the rest of this team is struggling. I mean, well, okay, maybe not Chris Godwin, but I mean, like, this team as a whole is struggling.
No, the whole team's struggling.
That's a nice catch.
Another one. Oh my God.
Bowles is keeping his job this season. This end.
Looks like and
CeeDee Lamb.
I made a bet. I guess I can't cash out on. So,
But like that throw, like it was a hell of a catch, but like that was a wobbly pass.
And well, I mean, the dude was wide open. He probably was just like, oh, I just don't miss this.
True.
But Dak was always routinely kind of throwing a little askew. You know, he was never like a perfect passer.
I still think his thumb's fucking with him a little bit.
Probably.
Could also be too, but that was a nice
I mean,
completion.
because that would explain a lot of the interceptions too. He's never been like a crazy accurate passer, but he's never been as bad as he has been this year. I mean,
Well,
there's
he's throwing like lasers, and this year
there's no
it's, like,
denying
not
that like
consistent,
that injury was on his throwing hand.
Yeah.
But some of those picks were bobbles too.
Yeah,
That's always
Hard on a play. Holding.
that's on defense. It's on the Bucks.
they're gonna negate it.
William
know.
Golston. Wow, it just seems everything is going wrong for Tampa Bay today.
Todd Bowles at the helm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it just always he can't figure it
Great.
out.
He's a Josh McDaniels, great coordinator, but not the best head coach.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he's not telling the dudes to hold people.
Well, no,
So I mean, what?
but like you would think you'd try to have them fired up coming out of the half, and he's a defensive-minded guy, and
Well,
making defensive lapses.
their offensive. woes.
Oh my God.
Or-
Okay, Pollard.
Is this more on Leftwich or is it more on Bowles?
Wow, and then he's just slipping through. It's like they have butter on their fingers. This Buccaneers team.
This just looks like a team
Pollard
that
is nasty.
just not there. They're just not there. And also, I want to be a little fair here. Dallas, we haven't talked about that much this year, but they still have one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Yeah. No,
So I mean, like this depleted Bucks defense is just getting abused right now.
yeah.
I want to see a pick at the end zone. Come on.
No, it's not happening.
They're aging bad.
Give it to Pollard. Or
Yeah, they're gonna pull Zeke.
Or
Or
Zeke.
Yeah.
Wilson. Throw a pick.
Or do the Peyton Manning sweep again. See if you can catch him off guard.
Let's ride.
I don't know. Call me old school, but I would just run at them 4 times. I think that they're on the ropes.
Oh yeah, I would too. 100%.
Tried to do a Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, throwback to the Boise State days.
Mhm.
Can you imagine if Tom Brady gets shut out for his last ever playoff game?
I think
I'll laugh.
I think you would come back
I'll laugh.
intentionally because he got shut out. Like I think this is the warning, guys. Like if he gets shut out here, he's not retiring.
Honestly, I don't think he's retiring no matter what.
Yeah, I think you'll see him at least try to put himself out there.
I feel like
Where the hell is he gonna
I feel
go?
like Vegas is interested,
Mhm.
and that owner does not seem to care about
Would
whether
it
or
go to
not he's
Vegas to
viable or
save
not.
save McDaniel's job?
He doesn't give a fuck about anything. Mark Davis is a dum-dum.
From a Raiders fan.
I mean, you
Not
got to
from
have
us.
the best offensive line in the league to protect Brady. And I mean, I don't think the Raiders got that, but they'll probably go get him anyway.
Well,
People
they
in
have-
the chat,
they have-
where do you think Tom Brady, if he comes back next year, lands? I want to see people's responses. Where do you think he goes?
I think it's either Oakland or San Fran.
I think San Fran will either rock with Trey Lance or Brock Purdy.
Oh my God.
It's either throw and
Oh, my
another one.
God.
I gotta see this. I'm like catching up on it right now.
I don't know if you call that pinpoint or just luck.
No, that was a dime.
Scores at 24.
That was a dime. That was a damn dime.
A damn dime.
Will Brian say nice things about Dak after this game is over? Time will
That
tell.
dime. Move over, Daniel.
Oh my God! Look at the
Even a
replay
blind-
makes it look
even-
better.
Even a
Defense is
blind
better.
man.
That was a hell of a route by Gallup, though, too. Fighting through contact, getting back over to the other end of the end zone. I mean, risky throw, but I mean, like, he put it right where it needed to be.
They didn't bounce.
You're also staying in bounds, too.
Kick the field goal. You can do it.
So
Go for 2. No, you got to go for 2 for the rest of the game now.
No, you got to give the
my
kicker some
girlfriend-
confidence back. You're up 24-0.
This is the time to
24-0.
experiment.
Go for 2. Go for 2. Go for 2.
You don't got to go
So
for
my
2. He needs to get
girlfriend
his confidence
has no football team. She has a fan of no football team, so I slowly getting her into the Cowboys right now.
You're giving her a rough existence, Brian.
Oh, did he step out of bounds?
I know, I'm
Well,
getting so sad.
Where
Yeah,
is
he
he?
stepped out of bounds.
Did he step out of bounds?
It looks like it.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds at the beginning. You can see right here.
No, I think on
Makes him
on
ineligible.
the second to last stride before he catches her, like the third stride.
It looks like he went out of bounds on his own. That would make him ineligible, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah. If it actually, I don't know. I think his foot.
No, he's in, dude. He's in.
I think his foot was actually. I think his heel was still up, and his front foot was still in.
Yeah, his heel was still up.
Yeah, I think his foot was up, but his heel was out.
You're a Cowboys fan because she's team homeless. You're gonna paint a target on her back.
That would be like the Texans right now. Like they would be the startup team,
No,
like
I
they'll
know.
be miserable. But then when they finally win a Super Bowl, she'll feel like incredible.
I'm just
you say
laughing
that,
right
but
now
some
though
teams
because
just
she's been a whole fan for about a month and she's furious at Brett Maher right now.
No, of course. We are not even Cowboys fans. We are all furious at Brett Maher right now. We are like, what is this? Me and Chris Caruso has been in the chat most of the day. Shout out to Chris. Me and him always like debate about this because kickers get paid to make field goals and extra points. And when you miss them, it's like you're not doing your job and it's so frustrating. Like, how do you miss field goals, especially chip shot extra points like this? Like, it's just so bizarre to me that it keeps on happening.
It's a mental thing, man. I mean, I guess some days you just don't got
Brett
it.
Maher goes from being a great kicker to having the yips in a playoff game. That's weird to me.
You know, maybe his girlfriend broke up with him.
Yeah, right.
All right. Okay. But then he can have his revenge game. Everyone look at Chris. I know it relates to the NBA a lot, but look at Christian Wood. Goes undrafted. His girlfriend leaves him. He gets a couple years down the line. He gets a nice extension. He has a nice career in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
So you have to have your revenge game after
You
that.
just never
Prove
know.
everyone wrong. One second. I'll be right back, guys. I might have to switch rooms depending on if my fiance wants to go to sleep. But if that's the case, it'll be like 5 minutes. But I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
You good? You good?
I think
What
it's
are you
nice
eating,
that
Brian? What?
you're on mute,
I don't know if
Brian.
you're talking to me or
Jason Peters just got ruled out for the game because of a hip injury.
Oh,
it needs a
well,
hip
hopefully nothing too
replacement.
serious.
Yeah, hopefully not, because he's really been the unsung hero of the offensive line this year with all the injuries.
Brian, what were you eating? With some ice cream?
I got a little ice cream right now. I do. I'm enjoying it. I got a little vanilla chocolate swirl.
Yeah.
With
You
a
got the
little
super
Reese's
zoom
Pieces
in.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so
he's out.
heels up. Heels up. I mean, from these angles, he didn't go out.
All right, just end it. Give him the touchdown already.
Well,
Bucks
that's not the
already lost
camera
this
angle we
game.
need.
I
All right, I'm back. Give me 2 seconds.
wish they
guys,
had
'cause
the
I'm
more-
moving rooms.
wish they just had the more personal camera like in Madden, where you
Come
just
on,
are
Brett.
lucky enough to have it right there in your face. All right, this is his career, his reputation.
Come on, Brett. You got this.
If he misses
4
this, I
straight.
think he becomes the first kicker to miss 4 extra points in a game, just so everyone knows.
No.
Just with history
No!
on the line.
Come
And
on, man.
he missed. He went wide left this
He
time.
doinked it.
There we
Oh, you
go.
have to see
Brett
You
Maher,
have to see his face. You have to see his face right now.
first
This dude
kicker,
looks like he literally ran somebody over.
first kicker in NFL playoff history with 4 missed extra points.
Oh man.
This is really
It's kind of
really
impressive.
bad. I mean, in all seriousness, how do you bring him back? How do you have him practice next week?
Who threatened his family and said that you have to miss 4 for prop bets?
Yo, he just
what
gave.
is going on?
Jerry
Yeah.
Jones just gave. He's the dead man. Look, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Guys, someone Adam
Yo,
Sandler, longest yard pass.
Wow.
Something's going on here.
That's 4 in a row.
I mean, the good news
Most
is you're up
in
24
playoff
nothing,
history.
so like it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like Brady's actually scoring touchdowns.
Such a troll.
But it's still, you can't have this happen. You just can't. All right,
He'll shake it off. He'll shake it off. He's only going to miss one more, and then he'll hit number 6.
I think what this means is we have to start going to listen. We have to start going back to our usual ways and not do extra points and just kick field goals because we can't extend drives. So you know what? Maybe that's what we have to do.
You guys,
Maybe
they have to start just practicing going for 2 here. They do. Just go for 2. Start getting your practice reps in.
He looks like a kid from a childhood movie. I'm trying to think of what it is.
Wow. I mean, this should be. This is
Chris-
a 3 possession game now. It should at least be a 4.
Chris Caruso in the chat. Someone, all caps. Someone check this man's DraftKings right now. James Warren follows up with, "He will not be back." Totally agree.
I mean, we're literally watching some football history to start off the first productive cast.
Do you guys see what's his face? Trevor Lawrence is undefeated on Saturdays in his whole life. What if they upset?
That's
really
a
kept
crazy
it.
stat. That's a
Isn't that
crazy stat.
insane?
Yeah.
Does that really count as his high school?
Yeah.
Well, college.
I mean,
Oh,
I know
still
definitely
Clemson?
college. I think the number was
Yeah.
36. He was 36-0 coming
He
into
was
Saturday.
36-0. Yeah.
So what?
And they won the previous week on Saturday to
Yeah.
beat the Titans.
Yeah.
All right, so
Honestly,
35.
High school football is even harder to win that because of how volatile it is and how no one really knows what they're doing. So this one stud
High
player
schools are played on Fridays, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
I've seen him in
I
both
only
Saturdays and
I only
Sundays.
played on Saturdays. I never had a Friday game.
No?
But, dude, how
Yeah.
crazy would that be?
Yeah,
if
they only did Friday nights in
how,
our state.
How crazy would it be if they upset KC?
Jersey, they had Friday, and then some games they had weekends, but
My
Thanksgiving
dad
Day,
just
they had a
texted me.
special
My
day.
dad just texted me and he goes, "Is this guy's foot on backwards?"
I thought your dad wasn't watching the game.
All right,
I guess he
24
is.
to
I think he's
0.
watching it now because my brother said the guy missed 4 of them, and he was like, "What the hell?"
Did your brother place another bet to win more money?
No, but I'm gonna keep on telling him
is
to
that
do
a
it.
fumble?
That's a bad snap. Oh,
Yo, did Diggs just not go for it? How do you not try to pick up the fumble? What are
No
you
idea.
doing?
all right.
Dan
No
Campbell's on
play.
Peyton
No,
Eli.
no play is called. It looks like, yeah, there's a straight fumble in the Bucks red
Yo,
zone.
Diggs
My
literally
goodness.
just didn't even try to pick
This
up the
is-
fumble.
This is now embarrassing. The Bucks should be now a flag on the play.
Oh, Chris Godwin looks hurt.
It's over.
Tom Brady's gonna get in a fist fight.
Brady ain't fighting nobody.
Brady
Had to have Mike Evans fight his last battle.
He wouldn't
I
even
don't-
fight Tyrann Matthew.
I don't want Brady back, but he's coming back, guys. It's happening. He can't leave on this note. There's no way.
This is one of the worst games I've ever seen.
I mean, if he comes back, he'll be leaving on a worse note. I mean, he's just
Yeah, literally. All right. Well, first of all, the man fumbles his own most of his own snap.
that might
gives
not
it
be
to
a
Washington.
fumble. That might not be a fumble. I think the ground caused the fumble. Or that they'll just call it incomplete pass.
All right, we'll see right here. One gets wrapped up, and
Well, if
that's a
nothing
hard
else,
angle to see there.
when he hits the ground and then it pops out. So the ground can't cause a fumble.
But I think the ref just called it's the Cowboys ball.
Can you guys see my background?
You fired Todd Bowles after this game?
Oh hell yeah, 100%.
I think Tom Brady, if he did, all right, they're going to rule on the field. They're going to make a ruling on the field on the fumble. We'll see if they bring it back.
What are you doing?
I'm so mad.
Here's what I have to say about firing.
BK, have it your way. Those
BK,
commercials are
Say
bad.
about
your
That's what I have
way.
to say about firing a head coach after his first season. You're inheriting a roster that wasn't yours, and it's stricken with like age and injuries. Like, it's not your fault. You can only do as best as you can with what you have.
But what about the coaches who turned it around, like Brian Dable? That was mostly
Yeah, but there's only
things.
like 5 of those coaches in the NFL.
Well, that's the point. You have to find those 5 coaches and make a
Dan
difference.
Campbell turned it around.
And
Like McDaniel.
Yeah, but like Dan Campbell didn't change it around. Dan Campbell's GM and owner drafted and traded for people that put them in a good place, and it just happened that Dan Campbell could yell at players.
It starts with the culture, man. Like everybody makes that level can play.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
personally, I would like to
get
think that no one should be fired before they've been a coach for 3 years. I just think
I think
you got to
have
give
us
people
3
a
years.
chance. People are too reactionary in the NFL.
oh yeah,
but, like,
especially.
Well, like me and Matt with the Giants, but it's like Joe Judge probably would have gone that 3rd year, but he talked himself out of his job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
he put his
like
foot in his
that.
mouth.
Like he really killed himself. Like he couldn't recover from that. But like Robert Saleh this year, like he's gonna come back, and I think
He deserves it, though.
He deserves it. But I think a lot of people, this is make or break year. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets have a slow start this year if he gets fired.
And it's fair to have him have a make or break year in year 3, which we've seen. We've seen one coach get fired in the middle of the season this year on their first rookie contract, and a couple examples of players who were fired after one season. Yeah, people are just too impatient. So much money is thrown in, reputation and legacy.
Yeah,
They just want somebody who could turn on right away. Look at the for example, like one good example of the 49ers when they were the 2nd overall pick. And you go to the Super Bowl the very next season after getting a new coach, draft Nick Bosa, and the rest is history. It really is all about that culture and who you put as your coach.
And the roster. I mean, the 49ers are a deep team.
But they drafted that roster though, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like Shanahan had the pieces in place. He just needed his quarterback, and he got his quarterback, and then they make a run to the Super Bowl. Like that's one thing. Like Saleh, like I'm looking with the Jets. I think if they get their quarterback, like I think they could be a solid team to look out for. Like not saying they're going to the Super Bowl, but I think they'll be a good team. Like so it's really all about the pieces that are already in place. Campbell, future is bright with Campbell because he has the pieces in place to have a bright future.
Quick thing: is anybody else having an issue with the stream?
No.
Okay.
By the way, that ruling on the field was overturned. It's not a fumble, and now the Bucs are trying to make a push again.
James Warren in the chat. I don't know if we mentioned it when I was setting up in the other room, but he said he needs 44 points and Dallas to Dallas win. Good luck with that, buddy. It's trending like it could be that way.
If you get 3 touchdowns, quick ones,
but you need Tampa to start putting some points on the board here.
Yeah, I just got the greatest news ever.
I hate betting over-unders.
The greatest news ever. John Daly is a Cowboy fan.
Of course he is.
And he's at the game. He's at the game. So that's why we're winning.
How many Diet Cokes do you think he's through right now?
Him and Jerry Jones right now have brown teeth from about a full-on 12-pack case of Coke right now in that room.
Oh man!
Off the wall like a kid in a
Coca-Cola.
John Daly's son is going to probably be on the tour.
How do you miss that pick?
Oh,
his son is pretty solid.
Should have had that.
I think he's sponsored by Hooters.
I think it is
by Hooters. Yeah,
which Hooters is still around in 2023, huh?
Yeah.
Yo, man, that's why you play defense, bro. Come on now.
All right, 27.
That's why cornerbacks aren't wide receivers. They can't catch. Hooters, or is that a linebacker?
Nah, Curse. He's a DB.
He's a DB, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have had that.
He's a safety.
Play high school football.
Yo, who is Brady throwing?
Brady's looking for
Brady's
nobody.
Going to Brady over there on the top, but
throwing to the grass
behind him. But
I'm
actually you're a play ahead, so let me see what's going on.
Have you guys seen?
Who was he throwing it to?
Yeah,
I've never seen Brady just look so helpless out there.
I think he thought Edmonds was going on an in, and Edmonds cut to the out.
Yo, him and Evans have been off all season. Like, how is that possible? Like,
but Evans did get another 1,000-yard receiving year, so that's like 9.
He's the worst receiver in the NFL. He's the worst receiver in the NFL.
I'm just saying, like, it is like your literal job Like, it's your literal job. Like, how do you just not know what route you're running? I mean, forget
Mike
making
Evans,
the catch. He doesn't know
6
what route
targets,
he's running.
2 receptions for 14 yards, and you saw that on that replay.
Yeah,
His
where is he
quarterback-
going?
His quarterback is in distress.
Good
And he
with
cuts
one
to the
thing. It's just
outside.
running up the field.
It's got to be Evans, though, because you feel like
No,
if
it
it
does.
was Brady, he would be off sync with Godwin, too, but Godwin's always on.
Great open field tackle there, by the way, on that punt. But
So it's got to be Evans.
no, it has to be because Brady probably in practice
He's not
probably
this
seen you
off of
ran
anybody
there.
else on the team.
No, but you would think that he would say if like it's a few sequences, just cut in, I'll try to find you, and he cut out. Like I don't know, he didn't even look back at Brady.
No.
He just like cut out, and the ball just sailed in. Like I don't know. It's weird. It is weird.
Speaking of weird, this is a weird fucking commercial.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh,
It
okay.
is.
So
I haven't seen that.
you can
yet.
finally unsend messages on iPhones after I don't know, like 15 years. Congratulations. What
Yeah,
took
what
you
took
so long to
that?
put that feature
Snapchat.
in?
Bro, we
Snapchat
all
had
can
it done
agree.
before iPhone.
We all can
You can
agree.
undo
that-
airdrop too.
we all agree that we could have used that at least once in our lives.
Oh,
Look,
absolutely.
man, that's why I communicate on Instagram because you can unsend shit all the time.
I messaged my now fiance once. This is a funny story. You know, Matt, Chris Chambers, you know him. But
Yeah.
I messaged my now fiance. This is years ago. I messaged her like how I missed her and I couldn't wait to see her soon. And I accidentally messaged that to my roommate in college. And he was getting me bagels, and I messaged him like responding to him, thinking I was responding to my now fiance.
That's
And
weird.
every time I see him, he just like he's like, oh, you know, like I miss your beautiful face, and I'm like, shut up, like it just happens all the time.
Bagels are worth missing somebody for. So
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
He just walked like I'm not even kidding. I sent it, and I was like, oh my god, that was meant for Sid. And then he just walks into the room with bagels, and he's like, I missed your beautiful face too. And I was like, I hate you so much right now. But yeah.
I've always liked
I
the
would've
accidental
wished I-
text on
yeah.
purpose too.
I wish I deleted that message though.
Oh. Sorry, my cats are getting rowdy in here.
That's good.
They're fighting.
Okay. As you guys see, I completely moved into a different room, and now it sounds so much louder because the sound is bouncing off the walls in my living room. So I'm like trying to be quiet for my neighbors downstairs.
It's probably past
Oh,
their
my
bedtime.
neighbors don't care. They're so rude.
Neighbors don't care either.
Not past anyone's bedtime out here.
Here, like if I blur my background, now I have a nice flower.
Yeah,
painting over here.
I'm gonna leave this apartment after the lease, so I'm
nice.
starting
nice,
looking now.
Nice flower painting here, painted by an artist in Asbury Park, custom made.
Hey.
Oh, that
They
is
got that
good.
commission.
Hey.
Pretty,
Wow.
pretty
Guys,
good with it.
Look,
Dak
he's
Prescott.
artistic
Dak Prescott flipped out because of Brett Maher.
You dumb.
I just
No,
sent it in the group
I saw
chat.
that.
He flipped out on the sideline.
No, I saw that they cut to it. I think it's after the third miss.
And there's a whole other one after that.
Wait,
And by the way,
then
Alex said
NFL
something interesting. What?
Cowboys 4 straight 80+ yard touchdown drives.
Hmm.
Woo. Good night, Bucks defense.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yo,
Matt
can you read his
Wolford.
lips? Yo, what the fuck?
Oh, that's a strong run by Zeke.
Matt, what were
Ooh.
you saying? Which Alex made an interesting point? Was it me or Renee?
Ranelio with his biggest nightmare of Aaron Rodgers in a Raiders uniform. And I guess it was reported on, there's a quote, Tom Brady before he wanted Brady before when Gruden finally turned it down. Wait, why am I misreading this? He wanted Brady before when John Gruden finally turned it down, and now he wants Brady again. Mark
Yep.
Davis thinks having McDaniels is going to be the key. Jason Cole of Outkick.
Yeah,
He's
no,
right.
I
We'll
saw-
see if
I
that's
saw
true.
that.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, I could see it.
I saw that report a few weeks ago that they wanted Brady initially, but for whatever reason, Gruden was just like, I don't want Brady.
Well,
This
it
was
So
was
he said,
this
this
was the year
motherfucker.
that- This is actually the year he went to Tampa and won in the first year.
yeah, it was initially
So-
reported at the time that they actually had a package deal to get Gronk there too.
Well, that
You
makes
know.
sense because he went to Tampa with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm wondering, I, honestly, if Brady comes back, and I'm like wondering where he'll go. I think it's Miami or Las Vegas at this point.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what's happening with Tua, but again, like I know, like the Miami owner got in trouble with tampering for trying to get Brady on board.
I don't know. I think
The weirdest one was definitely New Orleans.
Yeah.
and Sean Payton come back. That literally makes no sense. And
No.
you're under
I mean,
Miami,
I would
so-
go to Miami personally because I think they got the
go to
better
Jets.
roster.
I think they have the better roster too.
Yeah.
And I agree. At least
I-
offensive weapons,
And
it's in a
defensive
less
mindset.
challenging division.
It is
Yeah.
that is a cool stadium, by the way.
I don't know. I
I
think
need
I'd
to
go to
get
the
there.
Jets. I go to the Jets.
Yeah.
I beat Belichick twice.
Oh my
you know.
god. There's
No,
no,
but if
way
he goes,
he's going
if,
to the
if he
Jets.
goes to Miami, he'll be Belichick twice.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like New York would be better for his TB12 brand. That's the number.
I think
The
Miami
Jets
would
might be
better.
the better option though, because the Jets with that defense though, they're not asking you to do a whole lot.
But the
Yeah,
Dolphins,
exactly.
the Dolphins defense is still pretty solid. Adding Bradley Chubb to that, and if he's fully healthy, I know he was a little banged up with a high.
They didn't
ankle
look so
sprain in that
solid
game.
yesterday.
They're
Well,
ranked
no,
like
but-
they're ranked in
They
the
got
20s
wrecked.
this year. They're overrated.
I
You know,
think
they're
the
paying
Jets
a
would
lot of
ruin
money
his
for
career.
2 quarterbacks.
Again,
Our
people in the
Hold on.
chat, where do you think Brady is going if he comes back and he doesn't go back to Tampa? Give us some options on where you think he's going to go and why.
I don't know. I don't think anything that happens to Brady from this point forward really changes anything about his career. He won 7 Super Bowls. Like no matter what happens at this point, it's already like he's cemented as the greatest ever.
Yeah. I mean,
He could
but
flame out and go 0-17 and it still wouldn't change anything.
That'd
that
be pretty.
might change a little perspective. I think,
Not to me, because like you doing that at what at 46,
Well, no,
you had a
but,
terrible
but I think it's the perspective
46.
of like we all hate to see great sports talents fall off a cliff. Like us growing up, like we hated seeing Kobe fall off a cliff, Tim Duncan fall off a cliff. You look at football, we all hated seeing, at least for Giants fans, like
This is almost
things like that.
this isn't
like
true for
Eli
me
fall off
though.
a cliff.
I hated seeing Kobe fall off the cliff, but I'm happy to see Brady go off the cliff. I mean, I'm just saying.
I was
Longevity, yeah.
Kobe the cliff. Sorry, too soon. My fault.
Anyway,
You talk about
so
that.
here's the next play
Yeah.
right here. Tony
Let me-
Pollard.
You have Kobe tattooed on your wrist,
Yeah.
bro.
I
You
know.
don't have to
Twice.
make bad jokes about him. Twice, yeah.
Look at this one on my leg. Hold up.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know you
here we
had
go.
one in your leg. Oh, I didn't even know you had that.
I'll send
That's
in the.
sick.
Can't see it.
I didn't even know. I know you had the one on your wrist. I didn't even know.
I
you had
walked
that one.
by on Friday. I walked by this tattoo place. They were doing $40 tattoos, and the line was 2 blocks long.
Oh God.
$40 tattoos.
Do you
You guys-
trust it? Yeah, Stang, do you trust $40? I don't.
You guys, how many I have? Take
Right.
a guess.
Yeah, these
How many
people get
tattoos
those
you have?
tattoos. They literally turn blue.
Got-
87.
A little low.
I'm gonna say you have like 35.
No, way higher.
Way higher than
Oh,
35.
way higher. 64.
65.
Damn.
Ooh,
I want to
that's
do
a
the
good
back
number.
of my, cover it up.
Did you say back of your ass?
My back of my head so I can cover it with my hair.
Mm.
Oh, I thought you said you get the back of your ass tat.
That'd be fun too.
Like Roy
fun.
Oberson.
Chris
That's like-
Caruso in the chat says Vegas, but Brady will forever be the GOAT. That's what he said. So Renelio is a Raiders fan, Chris. I know you probably
Wow,
you
the
might have
first
heard it,
the
but-
first appearance of the punter for the
Oh, okay.
Cowboys, and it
And
is
they
a
buried
great
him.
one.
Tom
But,
Brady's
Wow,
assistant
everything is just
quarterback.
going wrong for the Bucks.
Yeah, for real.
They really need to get.
I
like,
mean,
something
there's an
there.
argument to be made there that Tom Brady is a system quarterback.
Big time system quarterback.
But he won a Super Bowl without Belichick and McDaniel.
I mean, at a
Okay,
certain
and
point,
he-
though, you can
and he had the-
absorb the
and-
system in your mind
Yeah.
if you played in it long enough.
And he had a top 10 head coach all the time in just genius
I
in
think-
Bruce Arians.
Yeah, I think Bruce Arians. People need to give him more credit than he gets. I feel like Bruce
Great
Arians
point.
is one of those head coaches that is not respected. I don't know why, but
It's because of his like personality. People always get weird when you have like
Yeah,
an
but he's-
outspoken personality.
yeah, he's a
you know.
fiery head coach. But you have
Yeah.
a bunch of those in the NFL, and I don't know why everyone was like, "Yeah, no, I'm kind of against you, Bruce." Like what this guy has done with multiple different quarterbacks is
Right.
so impressive.
Can I ask you
Really is.
something about Brady? So Brady has all these wide receivers that are associated with him.
Mhm.
Julian Edelman, Randy Moss,
Wes Welker.
Wes Welker, Mike Evans,
Deion
Um,
Branch.
Deion Branch.
Rob
Branch.
Gronkowski, even though he's a tight end, still
Rob-
a receiver for
Who
him.
do you think is the one like is the closest to him? Sometimes I look at these Julian Edelman interviews and I really think that he just kind of coasts off his fame, it's like, yeah, you know who I'm friends with? Tom Brady type of kind of guy.
Him and Danny Amendola.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm getting at.
Amendola is a good one.
I feel like Gronk must be the one with the closest.
I think
his legitimate friend.
I think him and Gronk are legitimate like best friends because I just feel with Gronk like he wouldn't have come out of retirement if he didn't like Brady. Like the amount of times he came out of retirement and like get me to wherever team Brady is. I feel like that was like kind of the where I was like, yeah, those guys are best friends. Like they. I'm sorry,
Gronk, but like if he's at like 9,700 receiving yards right now, you got to play the one more season to get 10,000.
I know.
Like how do you end off with 9,000?
He actually said today on the Kelsey's podcast, like New Heights, that he would come back under certain conditions.
Yeah, he did say that. He said he called recently, right? He said he called recently about potentially coming out, but then it just like didn't come to fruition. But he did. Then he said recently that he would come back.
He was making a joke about it. He was like, if I can play just from like the 40-yard line in, then I'll come back.
The other funny comment that was so Gronk that I saw recently too is that if he came back, he would only wear the number 69. So that every time he made a catch, they would say number 69, Rob Gronkowski. I don't like, dude, this guy is
he's America's cool cousin.
Dude,
I think all the other people like
brilliant. I can't wait for his Hall of Fame speech. I literally can't wait. It's going to be so good.
His what speech?
His Hall of Fame speech.
Oh, Hall of Fame. Oh,
another injury here.
You think he's the best ever?
Yes, 1,000%.
Tight end.
Rob Gronkowski.
Brian.
Rob Gronkowski made the NFL 100.
I think your safety
as an
might be
active
injured.
player.
Oh, Curse?
Yeah, he's grabbing his knee.
Oh, looks like Barr rolled into him.
He's been banged up all season.
He has been, but
I think see the replay. That hurt.
I'm going to see the replay.
I think they're helping him off the field.
Let's see. Yeah, no, yeah, he
can't stand on that by himself.
Yeah, he got rolled into, and it was kind of that weird quick bend. That's kind of scary all the time.
He's like the captain of the defense too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
just sit him at this rate.
I think Rob Gronkowski is obviously the best tight end of all time. Like
guys in the chat, do you agree if Rob is the greatest tight end? I still think it's Tony Gonzalez. I think he's still the greatest tight end of all time.
Yeah.
I have to go on the Russo argument about those championships though. 0 for Gonzalez.
Yeah, but
Brady Gronk got 4.
There would be
on
no
top
Rob,
of that.
There'll be no Rob Gronkowski without Tony Gonzalez.
I'm going with an even older one. Kellen Winslow was God.
Kellen Winslow's God. Shannon Sharp was a god, but I think
honestly, Shannon Sharp,
Antonio Gates,
in my eyes,
Antonio Gates is another really, really good one.
Yeah,
but
Jason Witten.
Yeah, but I think Tony Gonzalez was the guy that was like the game changer at tight end. But I mean, Kellen Winslow was also unbelievable.
You know what I say though, like guys like that, like all right, so you could think of like if you're a pass catching tight end, I'm gonna go with Gonzalez. If it's a blocker,
like the multi-tool.
Yeah, if it's like a blocker traditional one,
what about
I'm taking Jason Witten. I'm taking Jason Witten for the traditional tight end.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
He's I think he's like third all time in receptions.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm still going with Gronk for me.
Jason Witten, core of tight ends.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
I mean, again.
All right, so
NFL 100.
Oh my God, I didn't even know. Holy shit, Tony Gonzalez had a shit ton. Tony Gonzalez had 1,325 receptions on 1,862 targets, 15,127 reception yards. He had 111. He had 270 games played.
Right.
So let's see. I'm looking right now.
Well, then if you think about how many games though, then you have to go into like the Shannon Sharp, Gronk being like the best because they didn't play that much.
Yeah, you could make the argument for Antonio Gates. He has 5 more receiving touchdowns than Tony Gonzalez. He had 116.
Antonio
Gates, Ozzie Newsome, man. Don't forget Ozzie Newsome too.
Gronk had 92. Listen to this list: Antonio Gates 116 reception touchdowns, Tony Gonzalez 111, and Gronk at 92.
What is it next? Shannon Sharp
and then
Jason Witten.
Jason Witten was lower on the list.
You
He had a
have
lot of
Jimmy.
touchdowns.
You have Jimmy Graham, a forgotten tight end. He had 85.
He had 72 in his career, I think.
Jimmy Graham had 85. You're close with Jason Witten. He had 74. And Travis Kelce right now has 69. So he could climb
I don't
up.
even count Travis Kelce as a tight end, though. He's a receiver. He don't block.
There's this Chief fan in my life who annoys me every single day, who believes he's the greatest tight end of all time. He tells me every damn day about how much Daniel Jones sucked, and Daniel Jones has only been improving. And I said, listen, Jake, if
listen here, Jake.
If Daniel Jones had Randy Moss in his prime, if he had Randy Moss and Marvin Harrison and if he had the greatest team of all time and they beat like the top 100 NFL defense, beat him by 85 nothing, you'd still say he sucks. He didn't answer that text because he knew I was right.
Travis Kelce also, but real quick on this tight ends thing, Travis Kelce might shatter the reception record yards. Because
I believe it. Mahomes looks for him almost every play.
He has 100.
He's no doubt a Hall of Famer for sure.
He has 144 games played. Right now, he has 10,344 receiving yards.
Nice play.
And the next person up is Antonio Gates at 11.
Another good stop.
So if he plays the next few years, he's going to shatter Tony Gonzalez's 15-127, which is wild.
Yeah, he just had 10,000 receiving yards.
Yeah. So he's 5,000 receiving yards behind, and he's probably going to shatter it in the games played.
It's amazing that how many less touchdowns he has in comparison to like Gonzalez and Gates, though.
Yeah, it's a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4. He's 6th all-time tight end touchdowns.
We're always told that the offense is so much better in the NFL right now, but so many of these records are from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
When we were told that the offenses wasn't as good.
No. Well, it looked even like James Lofton has a butt who was a receiver for the Packers from 74 to late 80s was
did he get that? He did. That's a touchdown. Holy shit.
And yep, there goes a touchdown. Looks like we got Julio Jones with that. Look at that. Good stuff there.
Is Julio Jones first ballot Hall of Famer? That's the question.
No, because Torrey Holt isn't.
Yeah,
first ballot.
I don't know,
but he goes.
He was definitely on his way, but
he is a Hall of Famer without a doubt. But the question was, is he a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I don't know.
Not anymore.
It depends on who's on the ballot with him. Because it depends on what class you come out of. That can be a huge determining factor.
Dude, this year's class is stacked. Those finalists, oh my god!
I didn't see
them. I just need DeMarcus Ware. I feel like DeMarcus Ware and Jared.
DeMarcus deserved it last year. Rondé Barber still isn't in it. I'll tell you the Hall of Fame finalists this year, but all
right, they're going for 2. By
Marvin Harrison.
I don't know if he. I don't know if he's.
I think Marvin Harrison's first year of eligibility.
He's looking, and no, Brady fails the 2-point conversion.
Finalists for class of 2023 is Jared Allen, Willie Anderson, Rondé Barber, Devin Hester, Torrey Holt, Andre Johnson, Zach Thomas, DeMarcus Ware, Reggie Wayne, Patrick Willis, and Darren Woodson. That's a stacked class.
Patrick Willis,
definitely Devin Hester.
And Reggie Wayne will get in.
Hester probably might not get in this year. As a
That's
finalist.
crazy because he's the greatest return man of all time.
Yeah.
You got to fit one of the 8 people in there for him. This movie looks stupid as hell with such a great cast.
Reggie Wayne will be first ballot. I think Patrick Willis will be.
There's so many on there. DeMarcus Ware deserves it. Jared Allen deserves it. There's so many people to try to fit on there.
This movie will be either really good or really stupid. Really people.
So they have to pick a maximum of 5 for the modern era finalists for this enshrinement. So if you look at that list, they have to pick 5.
Yeah,
I'd have to look at it in front of me. But
so
at least Reggie Wayne and Devin Hester.
I would think you
isn't Darrell Revis another one too?
Yeah,
you didn't name him, did you?
Oh no, he wasn't a finalist.
He was not.
Let's see. 1 second. Wait, did I not name him? Let's see.
I didn't hear you say his name.
Sorry. Let's see. So there's a couple different. There's the rest of the finalists, but the other finalists. So again, here it makes it difficult. Joe Thomas, Darrelle Revis, Dwight Freeney. Though they're all finalists in their first year of eligibility.
Oh, those are all in. Those are all first ballot.
Played. He waited the customary 5
Joe
period.
Thomas, Dwight Freeney, Darrelle Revis.
Freeney was ridiculous.
There's Joe Thomas. Yeah, so Joe Thomas, Darrelle Revis, Dwight Freeney, and then the rest.
Yeah, but like, how do you put you have 2 guys with more sacks than Dwight Freeney too? Like, have to get in as well from the year before. Zach Thomas is like 3rd all time in tackles, and I honestly, if he made it to a Super Bowl like Urlacher did, they might say he's better than Urlacher.
Yeah, but again,
Thomas he's a Dolphin.
Dolphin, yes,
yeah,
Dolphin.
Okay,
those 3 are locks, right? Revis, Freeney, and Joe Thomas.
I think Joe Thomas is a lock no matter what. He was amazing.
And then you have to potentially pick 2 more people out of that list, supposedly, according to this article on ESPN. So you have to pick between Jared Allen, Willie Anderson, Rondé Hester, Holt, Andre Johnson, Zach Thomas, DeMarcus Ware, Reggie Wayne, Patrick Willis, and Darren Woodson. So you have to pick 2 more out of that list.
You really got to put Devin Hester in that. He
I don't think
he was so innovative in his position.
I agree. I think Hester is a Hall of Famer, but I think if you look at this list, how can you you would think Rondé gets in over him. You would think Andre Johnson or DeMarcus Ware would get over him. You think Patrick Willis would get in over him. Darren Woodson would get in over him.
Again, my only argument with the Hester is the fact that nobody cared about return people until he came by. He started the Super Bowl with a kick return.
No, I know.
That was one of the most exciting things.
I think this is like for our offseason pod. Like, I think this is like a huge, like a cool debate we can do in the offseason pod of like who we think is going to be the finalists for the Hall of Fame, because like that list this year is stacked. It really is.
I think it's a great podcast idea, especially in the off season when you're just searching for things to talk about.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Like,
Matt, one bigger quick point. Dwight Freeney's from Bloomfield, Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah. They did. He was actually here. There was a mural unveiling across town, and he actually came and spoke at it.
Oh way.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely up there for all-time great.
Yeah.
Like, I think Dwight should be in it, but he might not get in because the rest of the class is. But he probably will get in. But I mean,
okay. Who's 85?
Russell Gage on the Bucs.
No, on the Cowboys.
For Dallas.
Okay, so that's Noah Brown. Okay,
he went to Ohio State.
I know I know the names. I just don't know the numbers for the Cowboys receivers.
Oh, I should switch my. I finally. Speaking of Ohio State, because Georgia lost them this year, or Ohio State lost to Georgia this year. I should say. I got all of my last year's Georgia championship gear on like super discount. So now I just have to wait to get now like the back-to-back stuff for cheap. Because when they three-peat next year, so I'm just gonna get all that gear for like $7.
For Dallas. Well, it's always funny to say Dallas that way. Dallas.
Who needs James Warren needs 44 total points, so he's hoping for Dallas to score here.
Dallas needs to score here because if they don't, I just get the feeling that Brady will go back down the field and score again.
This isn't their game.
It's just not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if the Cowboys score right here, it's definitely not their game. Because there just won't be enough time left in the clock. They're being smart, though. See, they're not doing what the Chargers did, but the Chargers were like, we're going to keep throwing even though we're up 27 points.
This whole team just didn't look right all year, like Desmond said, just not clicking, not enough health.
No. Looked all kinds of just discombobulated.
Definitely when I made this pick, it was just, I really just thought that it was just different circumstances and the team will turn itself on. I didn't have faith in whoever wins this is making it to the NFC Championship anyways, but yeah.
I don't know though, 49ers, they could have a game like they did against the Raiders, and then a team like
another
Dallas,
first down.
They could really, overcome the deficits of, a Jared Stidham had in that game.
I'm not going to lie to you at all, Brian. I said earlier that I thought it'd be cool if the Cowboys lost the 49ers, but I think it'd be more cool if the Cowboys beat the 49ers, because then the Eagles wouldn't have to play them if they beat the Giants. Because see, that would be the best. Be the best thing that could happen.
The best team to beat the 49ers would be Dallas, just because they have the offensive firepower.
49ers get eliminated, that's good for everybody.
Yeah.
So
that's the best team in football, unfortunately.
If Dak
way.
If Dak wins the Super Bowl, he gets $1 million incentive.
I mean, if you win a Super Bowl in Dallas, I mean, $1 million incentive is probably the least of the things you care about. I'm taking care of for life.
Literally, yeah.
Get that sixth ring.
We got so much oil.
We did. They made us stop drilling.
Here's the thing though with Dallas. No one ever wants Dallas to win a Super Bowl, because when they do, they go on dynasty tears. This is what Dallas does. They'll get you 3, don't do anything for 20 years.
It's been 25 years since that happened too, though.
Yeah, and 25 years before the mid-90s, the 60s, they were reigning. So it's like a 20-year cycle.
So every 20 years, it would be, this time it would be every 20 to 25 years, it will start
every 25,
a dynasty.
Yeah. Let's think about it. Like 95, 25 years before that is 65. Roger Staubach going crazy. So
the Cowboys Super Bowls were in the mid 70s, I think. 73, 74, I think.
They won 2 with Landry.
I'm thinking in 68 there was one.
They beat the Colts and the Dolphins.
Close enough. Yeah, I'm trying to do the math.
They beat the Colts and the Dolphins.
It tells me that Brian is such a genuine, honest guy, and Cowboys are just like the land of grifters. It drives me insane.
Yeah.
And that's one thing with the Dallas, I heard a good debate. Like I don't hate the Cowboys as much because they've blown it a lot throughout, especially in the playoffs. Like the Eagles,
Cowboys fans.
Eagles.
It's the fans. We're an issue. Like I count myself as an honest Cowboys fan, but some of them
I hate Eagles fans except Desmond.
I don't blame you, man. Eagles fans are toxic. I try not to be like them.
All Philly fans except Desmond, I hate.
I mean,
Desmond's
some people.
like
People in my
composed I've ever
family
seen
are
in my
okay, but there's just some toxic behavior in Philly. I don't like going out to like the bars around there.
What was it? I think it was one game that this New Jersey State trooper brought his son, and these Philly. I don't know if it was a Giants game, which would be weird. Giants haven't beat the Phillies since 13, at least in Lincoln Financial, and they literally curb stomped him and beat the shit out of him in front of his kids. I'm like, come on.
The link.
They almost burned the city down when they won.
I mean, wow.
Here comes Don and wide open. CeeDee Lamb. This game is over. Tom Brady's career is over. Maybe.
Nah, he's back.
Yeah,
they shushed off Brett Maher for the field goal.
We're definitely going to see
I'm rolling out Brett Maher. He will make this kick.
No.
Oh my!
We put a prop bet on this.
Yeah, call it. Well, do it really quick.
Go for 2.
I'm done trying to predict these games, so I'll tell you.
That was a coverage bust and a half. How do you not cover the best receiver?
I'm gonna miss my
what are you doing?
Because of this stupid motherfucker.
Oh,
that was a great place.
There it is.
And they got it. Gave him another chance.
There it is.
Everyone's so happy on the Cowboys sideline.
I love this right now. I'm actually shocked that they're winning.
49ers and Cowboys.
You know what?
Classic rivalry.
Maher made that because the camera wasn't directly on him that whole time. It cut to him when the ball was in the air. That's why he made that one.
There it is. That's how you break the curse.
He didn't see the red light of the camera that was on air directly in front of him. He was just like, you know what? All right, I can make it now.
Well, he was less concerned now that he's broken the record. So he's like, I'm good. I'll hit this one.
Yeah.
Listen, you got your name in the history book somehow.
True.
Dallas. I'm not gonna hit this parlay this week. I was on a 3-week streak of parlays hit, and it ends. I hit them. I hit all the spreads and money lines except Tampa, which was a mistake. Hey, I'm mad. I'm pretty good at betting football. I suck at basketball. I'm good at baseball. I mean, basketball, literally, I really get pissed.
I can't bet on basketball, so I stay away from that.
You can't. You shouldn't. It's too difficult. It's like
It's
Yeah.
too difficult, and also I would lose my job. So I'm not going to risk my job over a bet.
Kellen, what's his name? Who just said this? I just lost. Wait, let me find this Twitter quote again. Oh, Will Compton went. Funny how all the sports announcers are loving Kellen Moore. Everyone forgets I picked him off in 2015.
I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if he gets a job somewhere.
Well, he will.
He might. I mean, everyone's trying to poach the Giants coordinators, so
Yeah, definitely not. I saw Wink Martindale
Wink
got
and,
permission to
Kafka.
interview at the Colts.
Yeah, and then I think Kafka got permission to get interviewed by the Panthers or something like that. So
I wonder if he wants. Does he want to leave?
I don't think he wants to leave. I don't think either of them want to leave.
Yeah, don't.
Well,
Who wants to go coach to Indianapolis? I've been in that city before, and it's boring. But of course, if you offer offer opportunities, Indianapolis is awesome. That Lucas Oil Stadium. What am I saying? And they have Pat McAfee there. All right. Now let's just throw Hail Marys to see if we can make a difference. I'm gonna miss Joe Buck.
Here. 31-6 surprise onside kick. Go for it. Nope, never mind.
I'm so happy. Jerry Jones. He makes me laugh.
That might be the easiest touchdown CeeDee Lamb will ever have in his life.
He's had a lot of wide open touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
Good route runner.
Goodbye to all the future Buck fans we're gonna lose this year. You ever met an honest Buccaneers fan? To be fair, I have cousins who live in Tampa.
I do.
And I've always have.
But she was from St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The natives I get. You know, I've only met one person who openly admits to being a bandwagoner, and he truly is just so confident. Yeah, I only cheer for winners. That's what I guess if you're going on the bandwagon, just embrace it.
Yeah, I think one thing is pretty agreeable in all of sports. Like, no one respects the bandwagon fan.
No, not at all.
If you don't know at least a little bit of the history of your team, when you jump on the bandwagon,
you got to experience the pain too. You can't be in there just for the good times.
Literally.
Like, if you're not willing to be a fan in the down seasons, you're not a fan.
How many Patriot fans don't exist anymore?
It's a great question.
Like, it was especially growing up Southwest Connecticut. It was just, I mean, reckon, you know, where I'm from. I know where I'm from. It's literally on the New York State border and in the state of Connecticut. So there's that divide. So I somewhat understood it was easy to cheer for the Patriots while I'm technically in New England. But then, of course, they all jump ship when Brady was gone. I met a lot of people from New Jersey who were Patriot fans. And guess what? I don't talk football with them anymore because they were a liar.
I'm not one of them.
Never.
Well, I mean, Jersey, you kind of just got to pick what's close to you, I guess. I don't know, because you got nothing in Jersey.
Jersey, it's weird. It's if you're like Northern Jersey, you either pick between the Giants or the Jets. And then if you're in South Jersey, you're an Eagles fan. It's really bizarre. But that's how like New Jersey is layered out. It's either you're Giants or Jets, or you're in South Jersey, you're usually an Eagles.
Well, you got
fan.
so many people who live right across the bridge in Jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
In Philly. I mean, you just drive right over the bridge and you're in Camden. So
But I don't know.
One of the
yeah,
nicest cities in America.
But it's
Camden.
Yeah,
I got family there, it'd be a little nice.
But
No, it's a messed up place.
It is.
I was
It's a
gonna
messed
say,
up place.
I'm sure they're the pride of Camden.
But,
Yeah, well, sometimes you get stuck in a neighborhood, but like, yeah,
Mhm.
that's a rough place to be.
it is. But yeah, I don't know. Well, at least with me growing up, like I guess I was the weird outlier because I'm a Mets Giants fan, and usually
That
it's
is a
like,
unique combo. Yeah.
usually
Usually
it's like
Mets, Jets,
yeah,
Giants,
usually
Yankees.
it's the Mets Jets, like that is like a different combo. But everyone they're like, "Oh, you're a Mets fan. You must be a Jets fan." I'm like, "Nah, I'm a Giants fan. My family said like season tickets to the Polo Grounds," and they're like, "Oh, that's different." But yeah, it's just like that's like the one team that I'm like opposite everyone else. Like a lot of the Mets fans I met, they're all like Jets fans, but I'm the one that's like.
Now, are you a Knicks fan or a Nets fan?
I'm a Knicks fan.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a hockey love here? Rangers, Islanders?
I'm a Rangers fan. I'm not a
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Rangers
So you
fan.
went the traditional route and then you switched for the Mets.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my route. I was supposed to be a Met fan. My dad's a Met fan, family's a Met fan, but I honestly just saw the Yankees first. Like when I was
You
4,
fell
and
in
I was like,
love.
I'll stick there.
Yeah.
And I went to a Yankee
Bandwagon.
game
No, I'm
first.
just kidding.
Hey, yeah, 4 years old when
Mhm.
it was on. I guess technically,
What was that? What year? It was like
the first year I remember baseball was 2000 when they did
48 to
win.
9.
they won a World
Wow.
Series. Yeah.
So Brady's passed it 49 times already.
His arm hurts. And
That's
He
a
has
lot
no
for
run
anybody,
game.
man.
He has no run game. That's the difficulty.
well, it became the same thing with the Giants. I just saw the Giants first, and Des has always been a Tom Brady fan since his New England days. Was always a Tom Brady fan, and I just saw Kerry Collins was the first Giant quarterback I remember. Then Kurt Warner, then Eli.
Did you guys know Randy Johnson, the famous pitcher? He's actually a camera guy for the NFL. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that.
Oh,
He's
wow.
a
Yeah, I just
professional
saw that.
photographer
Sick.
for the
Some of the
NFL.
photos he has is actually pretty sick. He's actually like really good at his job.
That was
I'm
one of
not
my
surprised. He's
that
a
was
Hall
one of
of
my
Fame pitcher.
favorite. That was one of my favorite. That was one of my
Pitchers.
favorite pitch. I mean, he was badass. He pitched for the Yankees for 2 years. Did good his first year, terrible his second.
He was over the hump, but he was past his prime. at
Oh
that
yeah,
point.
at that point, yeah, but he was still,
He was still nasty.
cool.
Yeah.
And here's a not wasted touchdown, not yet. And then my
yeah,
Knicks. Originally was just Shaq and Kobe fan, and then I just like,
We
well,
all
I
were.
like the Yankees and Giants, so I might as well be a Knicks fan. That's
We all were.
honestly was the same with the Rangers, and that's how I picked my teams.
I think we all grew up Kobe and Shaq fans, but then
Yeah.
I grew up a Knicks fan because my dad was a Knicks fan.
Exactly.
And it's been a miserable existence. Like it has been, but it is what it is. But it's like, yeah, we all grew up like loving Kobe.
Growing
and
up
Shaq.
in Philly, I definitely grew up being an Allen Iverson
Yeah,
fan.
you had you're an Irish.
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
we had like you
Everyone had
against
the
it.
AI threes, man.
Yeah, we had
My
like,
favorite
Yeah.
Nick growing up
Allen.
was Stephon Marbury.
Marbury. We had
I was-
Marbury.
I was about
with
Starberry
Latrell
shoes.
Sprewell. Latrell
Latrell
Sprewell.
was a good one.
Punched his
Like
coach.
everyone had the Starberry shoes growing up.
I
We were all that.
remember my favorite though when I was like a kid. I first remember Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah.
Oh
I love
yeah,
Lamar.
tons.
So good.
Yeah.
He was good his first year, and then his injuries caught up.
Well, the Knicks, he was good his first year, but I remember I loved
Yeah,
him
that's
before
what-
that.
oh,
and
yeah.
he came to the Knicks.
Okay.
Amari and
I was
Steve
a
Nash.
still, and I tried to model my game off Amari. I wasn't as athletic, but I loved how he had like a mid-range game, and then he could just dunk on everyone. And I was like, yeah, this is how I want to model my game. Like, I just want to have a nice mid-range shot, people fall for it, and then I can like drive to the basket.
That's
got
that's got to be roughing the passer. He just like ate Tom Brady.
And he just
Let's see
pushed
what
him to the
this is.
ground.
Tom Brady does not like that.
Hey, Desmond, have you ever visited Lower Merion High School in Philadelphia?
Nah, that's down in Chester County. I don't really go down there unless we're like heading down to like Baltimore or DC or something. So I don't really be going south of Philly like that.
I've only been to Philly once, very briefly. I'd like to explore that place and learn about it.
I'm a history nerd, man. So I mean, like,
Oh, yeah,
I will
same
be
here.
in those museums just like
Oh, yeah.
relentlessly.
Oh,
Pretty segmented.
turnover on downs.
Like South Street is so much fun, but like the south end of Philly, like there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on.
A lot of culture down there.
I want to go to
Sure.
Rocky Steps.
The
Hey,
library.
Alex Renelia.
The Philly
Alex.
Museum of Art is awesome too.
Al, you saw what just happened? A former Raider just got a sack in a playoff game.
Yes, sir. Of course not for us.
Mhm. The black and gold.
Oh, was that fourth down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
turnover on
Mhm.
downs.
Damn. Well, no more guessing, right? That's a wrap. That's a wrap. All right. So start projecting now. Cowboys versus the 49ers. How's that game going to go?
Oh, I think Brock Purdy's going to continue his winning streak, especially they have to go all the way out to San Francisco on a short week too. Not that I think that makes that much of a difference, but I think the 49ers, especially once they snapped out of whatever the hell they were doing in the first half, shows that they're a dangerous team. And I think the most dangerous in the NFC right now.
Brian, you think you're going to head to the bar for that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the bar for that one. Absolutely.
Best of luck, man. We'll talk to you on the other side.
San Fran.
Guys,
I have a good friend
I
who's
don't know.
a good
I think if
big
any
49er
team could
fan.
beat I think if any team could beat San Francisco, it would be Dallas, just because
I mean, any
think they
team
have the
can be
best
beat. You know.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, just the offense. Like, out of all the teams they would face, this is the team to beat the 49ers.
I see some weaknesses with the 49ers, but they look like the best team in the league. But I mean, any team can be beat, man. I think, hopefully the Cowboys figure it out. Then
We just need Tom Brady, so
then the rest of us won't need to deal with them.
True. I just shared the guy's video. Peyton Manning walked off set when Brett Maher missed his third PAT. He just got up and walked completely off camera. Oh man, Maher's gonna get. I mean, they're gonna win, which is great.
He made number 5
Dak-
though.
all day.
He got that
four,
fifth one.
Dak has thrown 4 touchdowns.
We all said.
Well, that's the game we said he needed to have,
Daniel,
right?
And he's been
And he
better
had
than
it.
Daniel right now, but he's been great.
Man,
See, I can't get excited though, because if I do, next week's gonna really hurt. So it's like, sucks.
Well, if they have
this was like I was saying earlier, and this is the
Brock Purdy,
perfect
they'll be
villain
fine.
arc as far as I'm concerned. Like the
Yeah.
Cowboys needed to win this game, so the fall
Listen,
is better.
You know why any team's in it? I'm sure Alex can attest. I mean, when we saw the Giants beat the undefeated Patriots, 14-point favorites, they could not have more momentum on their side. I just said the Giants just played a hell of a game, right place at the right time. So even in the
Amazing.
biggest spreads ever, there's always a chance. There really is. And that's why I'm never
Honestly,
If the Cowboys come out with the same script, yeah. Like
I'm right there with you though, Matt, because that was the game for me that ever since that game, I was like, what, in 2008? Ever since that year,
February 08.
I have never thought to myself that, like a team couldn't beat another team.
Yeah.
I was like,
exactly.
you just never know. Not in the playoffs, not in the NFL. Like, I mean, any team can show up and beat your ass.
For sure. And that's the one thing making it a one and done compared to the series, where you really can figure out the best team will win the series. But this will just shows like
You can have an
really
off
wants
game
it
and
more.
then that's it. Yeah.
Who wants it more?
And like right now, watching this Cowboys team, if they show up with the 49ers with this game plan, they have a shot. Like I'm not discounting them, but you have the GOAT against, then you have go up against Brock Purdy, a rookie quarterback. You come out with this game plan. Their defense
Honestly,
played really well today. I think
49ers have the same weakness that any other team could possibly have. They just got to dominate both lines of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I mean, you make it tough on their offensive line.
They're going to catch this, no doubt. Oh,
no. You hold up against Nick Bosa.
If you think about it, like outside of Nick Bosa, they really don't have that much of an edge rush. So like you shut him down, you got to double him, obviously. But even like, their skill positions are the same, I would say, quality skill positions as the Bucs here. If you think of talent,
not quite though.
Well,
I mean, I
Mike
think
Evans,
across the
Mike
board, they're
Evans
all
is
better.
Mike Evans is better than Brandon Ayuk, and I would say Chris Godwin's better than Debo Samuel.
I think you're
Deebo
wrong on
Samuel's
both
better than
counts
Godwin.
there.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Brandon Ayuk is actually the better receiver on that team.
I do too. I agree. I don't think Debo is all that, but Chris Godwin is definitely better than both of them. And Mike Evans, I have to just give the respect as the veteran, even though I don't like him having his.
But they also have
run.
George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's
Kittle,
a
and Kittle
loaded
and
team.
Purdy
Yeah,
are
there's a
some
lot.
combo together.
I mean, McCaffrey is a whole problem all by himself.
Yo, I obviously we were doing this, but from awful announcing, Peyton Manning said, I don't know I don't know if I ever made a halftime adjustment in my entire 18-year career. I think that's the biggest myth in football, the halftime adjustments. You go in, use the restroom, eat a couple of oranges, and then the head coach says, all right, let's go.
That's so true. Yeah, that really is true.
That sounds about right, though.
Yeah, there's no
even if your coach is
halftime
telling you
speech.
an adjustment, you don't hear it. You have adrenaline pumping. You're like, whatever, sure.
I'm sure if there's halftime adjustments made, it's by the coaches. You know what I mean? Like they're in the locker room making adjustments to their game plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going in their halftime speech being like, all right, guys, second half, we're coming
that's
out.
embarrassing.
Going with this,
another
that, and the other.
muffs that snap.
But yeah.
Brady's looking like a clown out there. That's Brady, you have a $375 million contract waiting for you. Like what is the point?
Maybe this is the game where he finally realizes he's over the hill, but I really don't think
100,000 passing yards.
I don't
passing
yards.
think he wants to leave. He's so bizarre that I don't think he wants to leave on
I think he's just addicted, guys. I think he can't imagine his life without football. He
just wants a
it's a midlife crisis.
He wants to figure that out after the first.
Well, if you think about it, the man gave up his family for the game, so he's committed.
Yeah, he's obviously committed.
He seems to be okay with his family. It's not like
it's not a money decision, that's for sure.
His kids. The Dallas
make more money when he
right now are
leaves.
getting concerning. I have to say though, if they're not healthy going into the 49ers game, I think we have to start tracking these injuries because
I agree, but at the same time, I've just noticed that Dallas is very soft when it comes to their injuries.
That's true.
These guys will be fine by next week. It's just every game it looks like every single player gets hurt.
A lot of people forget they're on short rest this week. They're playing Monday.
No, they are.
To play short rest against the 49ers, who have an extra day of rest.
And the guys travel to the West Coast.
Uh-huh.
At least it'll be nice weather.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I really don't trust Kyle Shanahan as a head coach.
I think he's
just in his play. I just don't know. I feel like he's shaky. I think he gets bailed out by talent around him. I'm sorry, but I can never get the Atlanta Super Bowl out of my head.
Well, yeah, I think all of us can't get that out of our head. But I mean, I think he has more talent on this team than he did the Falcons team. Actually, the Falcons team is actually pretty nice talent-wise.
No, he does.
But I still think the 49ers right now have better talent. But
I mean, if we're talking about McCaffrey, Kittle, Debo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk, that just four player, that Julio, is a combination.
Yeah, Julio, Tony. He had Julio, Tony, Roddy White. Who else did he have? Who was
Roddy White is not better than any of the names I just named on the 49ers.
No, but Roddy White was a nice receiver.
Oh no, Roddy White was very good.
He was okay.
He had almost 11,000 receiving yards. You don't do that overnight.
He was okay.
Roddy White is an underrated wide receiver in football history. You can't deny that. A lot of people forget about him, but then if you look at his numbers are nice. The same thing as Tiki Barber. The Giants fans want to hate him. We're getting over it slowly after his book comments and Giants not winning a Super Bowl. But if you look at his stats, he technically has Hall of Fame stats. He's like one of 3 running backs that have 10,000 rushing yards and 5,000 receiving.
I mean, I never thought he was underrated.
Yeah,
Tiki Barber was slashing up the Eagles' defense for years.
Yeah,
retired too early.
But he also exactly, and that's why I think hurt him. I think he retired too early, wrote that book, and then he was like, "The Giants are never going to win a Super Bowl." The next year, we win a Super Bowl without him, and everyone kind of started forgetting about him.
Yeah,
and Brandon Jacobs
just being a midday host.
And Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw kind of were like holding it down, being like, "Yeah, okay, we can win a Super Bowl without you."
And they did.
Yeah, it did. But I'm saying, like, I mean, his brother deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but I think Tiki eventually deserves to get in there. But he even says himself, but unless they start talking about dual threat, running backs, he's not going to get into the Hall of Fame, which I agree with.
Put it like this: look at Roger Craig. Roger Craig, I think it took him to get in by the other committee, not the main committee. If he even got it in, I think he did though. He's the number one dual threat guy for forever from the 49ers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if anything, Brady's like, this is done. I can just take a solid 3 or 4 months to myself, decompress, figure out what I'm doing. He's a free agent after this season, and we'll see where he goes. But at least make one more push. Why the hell not?
Because
he's 45.
What else does he have to prove?
He's played forever. I mean, like he's played 2 years. I mean, like there's nothing left, man. Like,
I hope that he at least makes his decision earlier than later. Ooh, who's ready for an NHL All-Star game?
I would not watch that.
On a Friday.
I don't like watching any All-Star game. It's not an NHL thing. I think All-Star games are just whack.
The baseball one was the last really great one. And I
might watch a home run derby or like a 3-point competition, but like I'm not watching the actual like All-Star game.
Yeah, baseball was cool. Baseball was a really cool one till they screwed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's injured?
The receiver, he just tried to braid each other's throat. He kind of like got like folded up like a lawn chair.
Yeah,
is that Russell Gage?
It was Russell, I think.
Yeah, he got a knee to the back, in like the lower back.
He like
his legs twitching.
Yeah, like he went he like went to go make the grab, but his leg got caught on the turf and then he got hit from behind. It was just like a whole weird mess.
Oh, he's like twitching on the ground.
Van Der Esch like grabbed his face and like
it was
like
kind
scare.
of like a combo, like his leg got stuck and then he got just like hit from behind. It was just kind of like a double whammy of pain.
And definitely hope he's okay.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to put his like leg in a leg cast or something, air cast or something. It's probably bad.
Either that or he's in a lot of pain and that's why he's shaking.
That too.
They just motioned for something. I think they're motioning for the stretcher.
This would not be good for PR right now.
No.
Yeah, they got the cart coming out.
Yeah, they're calling for the cart.
Another commercial break. I don't know, man. I think after watching that DeMar Hamlin thing play out, this stuff makes me a little more nervous than it used to.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I agree.
It does, but I think with this one, we kind of saw what happened. At least, like you can easily tell something with his leg, and he just immediately started shaking, like in pain. Like it was just, yeah. But it definitely, when you see everyone start surrounding a player, it kind of does make things a little scary.
Yeah, because they know the difference between, a serious injury and a not serious injury. I don't got the sound on for these commercials right now, but I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
I love these when I was a kid. I haven't seen much. Are they still funny?
Commercials?
A very ESPN commercial.
Kevin Nagandi. Saw him at a mall
in
Connecticut.
Where's the BK?
Yeah.
Have it your way.
I think they're trying to avoid rolling that one out when like an injury happens. Because I remember on TikTok a bunch of people were like
wrong commercial at the wrong time.
Making fun of the BK commercial, but it was like,
it just felt really out of place.
When DeMar got hurt, and then like it immediately rolled into like the BK commercial, and everyone was like on TikTok making fun of that. Like,
yeah, like
when how we all were in shock, and then all of a sudden you hear like Whopper, triple Whopper, and it's like we don't. Whopper. This is not what we need right now.
What about like I remember when January 6th, the live coverage of that, and then I remember an Applebee's commercial,
Yeah.
sizzling hot.
Yes.
Steak right here.
It's like not now.
Yeah.
Not now.
You know what would have been funnier if like during the J6, like the original like footage. Imagine just cut to a Snickers, like you're not you and you're hungry.
Yeah.
I'm angry.
Oh, man.
boy.
See, that's genius marketing right there.
It is.
Hey.
Oh man, they got the
I-
whole team on the field.
I have to see if I could find that Twitter where it was like something serious happens and then it's like a meme and it's like someone with a tuba blasting it in someone's face and it's like BK and it's like Whopper. See if I could find it. It was so funny.
Whopper.
That was crack.
There are some ill-timed.
I mean, this is a leg injury and not like a head injury, right?
Yeah, it looked like a leg injury. It
Yeah.
was like weird.
I was only
It looked-
confused because like when I first saw the clip, they rolled to his feet and like one of his legs was like twitching. So I was like,
it looked like his leg got stuck in the ground, and I think that's where the initial like serious injury happened. And then Van Der Esch came from behind and hit him in like the back. Of,
Yeah,
the
put a
head
full
we're
knee
seeing
to the
people
face.
clapping.
forward, like pulled him forward. So I think it just made the injury like worse. Like it was just kind of weird. Like he just got like stuck on the turf, and then
okay, so he's on the cart now.
Yeah, we did see Brady clap, so all right. Well, we definitely pulling for Russell Gage in this one. I wants to see that. Hopefully it's not a compound fracture or anything like that, but this is the game. I mentioned this in the group chat. And again, I'm not trying to compare sports or criticizing this, but this is obviously a contact and violent game. And something like this, we'll see some people's like, just go to flag football already. But yet the UFC, boxing, even professional wrestling, anything like that, people don't say, don't do this anymore, or you do flag like that. Like, what do you think is the main difference of that? Or it's just people's initial reactions and you have various opinions when something like that happens.
I think you just got to try to do the best that you can to limit injuries as much as possible. But at the end of the day, as long as these people know what they're signing up for, I mean, you tell them the risks. I mean, you show them the data, especially the concussion data. But if people have all the information and then they still choose to play, like, they're grown ass adults making their own decisions.
For sure. And I think eventually you'll just have players signing waivers before they change anything like that.
As long as they know what they're signing up for, that's all I ever think is important. People got to know what they're getting into.
For sure.
I think too, like particularly with those two examples, like not to get too deep on this, but just like in the short term, like it's very much like a classism discussion because it's like a lot of the people like that come over and fight, like that's their way out of poverty, especially with the money they send home to their families. It's kind of the with a lot of football too. So yeah,
it's a good excellent take, Alex. Excellent take. And I saw an ad for the XFL. Who's ready for that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm excited for that being back. The Rock owns it now.
It's
not just that; they're also doing the USFL in April. So I mean, they're gonna have.
Well, I
who's
think
ready for?
Doesn't the XFL have a partnership with the NFL now? Then they say they kind of want to use it as like a developmental league.
Not a bad
Who's
idea.
ready for the XFL USFL podcast?
Oh God, please no, Matt.
I'm interested to see how the whole they're doing the one rule change in the XFL where they're gonna, instead of doing onside kicks, they're gonna give them the 4th and 15 option. And I'm interested to see how that plays out because I think they should adopt that in the NFL because onside kicks just they're not even worth it anymore.
They're a waste of time. They really are a waste of time.
The one thing I missed from the original XFL that will never come back. How you couldn't call a fair catch on a punt return.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that was always the thing.
That's a bad one.
And then also,
as the Bucs scored another touchdown.
People forget that they developed technically the Skycam.
Yeah, they did.
But the way they had the Skycam was some poor bastard with a camera had to be behind the line of scrimmage on the field and run on the field during the action.
Wow.
And you see them wear like legitimate pads.
Yeah, they had pads and like a helmet on and like a GoPro on their head or like on like holding a camera on the side. I highly recommend everyone watch the 30 for 30 on the XFL. The original.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
and I think it'd be
Two-point
cool if he had
conversion.
Jim Ross call football games.
Yeah.
What in the hell is this? What in the hell is this? This terrible play.
Oh,
This
did
is
the
a slobber knocker.
Did the over hit? Did the over just hit? They needed. Did James Warren luckily get his over?
Oh wait.
I think it did. Did it just hit?
31 plus 14 is 45.
Hey, good
There we go,
job.
James.
And the Cowboys
Nice.
win.
And a Cowboys win. There you go, James. You
That's-
waited all
love
game,
to
but
see
you
it.
got it.
That wasn't
Yep.
looking pretty.
No.
If you'd like to share some earnings, let us know.
Please.
Oh
Looking
my
for-
god. 33 for 61 for Brady tonight.
Oh,
What happens when you
50%.
can't run a list?
61 passes.
Whopper.
I've never seen that before. Ever.
I
That might,
found
that might be the
I-
most passes in a playoff game.
I found the
Okay.
tweet, you guys, of that Whopper thing, and it's brilliant. It's
Humanity.
it's humanity with the guy playing the tuba, and it says Whopper.
Oh my
Whopper,
God.
triple
Come
Whopper.
on now.
And
Oh,
the
wow. That really just
onside.
happened.
Don't tell me it worked.
You just said, onside kicks suck.
Well, and here we are. The Cowboys being the Cowboys.
This was just a
So it
touchdown
begins.
away.
Oh boy.
And so it begins.
Yeah, here we go. The 2-minute comeback. Here we go.
They're only down
20
by 15. No, they're down by 17. Wow. Can math for a second.
All right, guys. Should we make a
Could be
prop
bad. This
bet?
could be bad.
Burger King
Well,
commercial.
I mean, it
coming
is
out of the
3
break?
possessions. Let's not get too crazy here.
Should we make a prop bet? What's the next commercial? Is it Burger King?
The Burger King. Oh, it's Patron.
Oh, damn it.
That. Which is all excellent tequila.
Oh, wait for guys, I can't wait for the Super Bowl Burger King commercial. It's gonna go on for like 5 minutes straight. And it's just
Did you see
probably gonna
that Gronk FanDuel commercial
Yeah.
where you can bet on him
Oh,
making
yeah.
a field goal or not? Just
People bet
feature
anything.
Gronk. Just feature Gronk. The stupidest one is the coin toss.
Yeah.
How can you make 2-1 on those odds? Like you're asking to have a headache.
well,
High risk, high reward. It's probably
Yeah.
the best odds for
it is the
to win a
best
bet
odds for the
probably
night.
because
Yeah.
50-50.
You're just playing blackjack with yourself.
That and them trying to bait you in with how long the national anthem's gonna be. There's that one.
Oh,
always,
yeah.
too.
Does it bother anybody else that everyone who like flips the coin seems to suck at flipping a coin?
Yes.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
I'm just like, how hard is it to flip a damn coin? Like, what the?
Ding.
I'm just waiting for the day it gets stuck not on heads or tails in the turf.
If
They
it
played at
lands-
MetLife. If they didn't turn the field at MetLife for one more year, it might have happened. But they're finally
Yo,
fixing
Renelio
that
went
field.
dark.
Renelio
Oh,
go
he
dark.
did.
Mm.
At
Well,
least turn
he
the
went to go
camera
fight
off, bud.
camp. Somebody's gonna say, "What's wrong over there? What's going on here?"
Oh, there's the Burger King commercial.
Burger King. All right, I have to ask the question. Burger King, McDonald's, or Wendy's?
I'm a Wendy's guy.
Wendy's, I used to be, but Wendy's got gross. I don't know what they
I-
did wrong.
I would say Burger King.
I love Burger
Honestly, weird thing. It depends on what city you're in.
That's also true. That's also
You know,
true.
because here's a fun fact, right? I worked at a McDonald's like 3
Really?
hours east of here as my
3
first
hours?
job. Yeah, in a different city in Montana.
Oh, okay. I thought
And,
say, is that a 3? I thought you said like a 3-hour commute. I was like,
No.
that's
I live like
unfair.
3 hours east of where I live now.
Okay.
But like that owner, he went out of his way to get like meat from like cattle ranches in Montana
Now
instead of
that's
getting-
awesome.
instead of getting it from like other places. Because like there were certain ranches in Montana that were like had contracts with McDonald's to like make the burgers the way they wanted to, but like with Montana meat. And so the burgers at McDonald's at those locations were good.
Yeah, the New York City, New Jersey ones, they just put poison in their fast food. Just straight up poison to get you addicted. I don't eat as much.
Oh, what
like
a
that.
drop.
Same. I don't eat as much fast food as I have. It really has to be
I
like a
will-
craving
it-
thing.
Yeah, craving / emergency.
Yeah, same.
Yo, Brian, you're right about Mike Evans. What a drop, dude.
Oh
That's-
my god. That's
I
like the,
told you. I
that's like-
told you guys.
he has
Right in
that
the
it
finger.
in his hands and he dropped it.
He has
When you're that tall, yes, you could do 50-50 balls. That's it.
That's just
stride for stride. That's
like
like the 7th or 8th catch I've seen him this year drop a wide open touchdown.
how more of an example of this whole season was that compartmentalizing that drop right there.
Mike Evans. I mean,
He's going to get traded in the offseason.
I don't know if anyone else's stock has dropped more than his this year.
I mean, he still had another 1,000 yards.
Here we go. Oh,
Allen Robinson.
Yeah, Allen Robinson's stock dropped big time.
I mean, that could also be a good podcast for the offseason, though. Whose stock dropped the most this year?
Yeah,
that is a good one.
Kenny Galladay.
The booms and blunders. No, listen.
He didn't step. I mean, he in his 4 plays he played on Sunday. He stepped up, but I think
he had a hell of a block on Sunday.
Brady sack.
Since when is Van Der Esch a coverage linebacker?
I mean, in the fourth quarter when you're up by 3 touchdowns.
When Jalen Smith
left,
he took it over.
That was a good move by Parsons.
Oh, you want to know something?
That was a really nice move. He did the free.
Michael Parsons back. I love Chick-fil-A though. Even though that's fast food.
I wish that Five Guys are top tier.
Oh, I haven't had Five Guys in a while, but I love the peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts.
Five Guys is good.
Yo, Parsons literally did the Dwight Freeney spin move there.
Mm-hmm.
He did. That's what made Dwight Freeney famous.
He's so good.
That was the 1-2 and then spin, which made him a Hall of Famer. So,
Alex, up to the lights, man. It says Alex After Dark.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, it's way past his bedtime, so I'm working on borrowed time.
You didn't drink today, though, right? You said you would have fallen asleep. I was like, oh, did he have a drink? Because maybe he just shut
No.
Drink of water.
Yeah.
I have to work at 6 a.m, so I'm strong.
I gotcha.
I feel that.
I'm hanging strong.
We appreciate that.
I don't have to go until
well, if we do the Bills Bengals game, you won't have this problem next time.
Yeah, sure. What time is the Bills Bengals game? Is that afternoon?
It's
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. All right, it's not bad.
1 o'clock for your Mountain Time Zone
guys,
friends.
We can't escape Burger King. Ruling the moment is sponsored by Burger King. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, we might have to bring Burger King onto this,
we might have to ask them for we might have to do like commercial roles for them at this rate
if they sponsor us.
You want to know one thing I like about that commercial is the fact that it's a jingle. They don't do jingle commercials anymore.
That's true.
And
but it's just a cheesy one, man. Whopper, triple Whopper, quadruple.
Hey, it's hard to forget.
It is hard.
You know what? I mean, Burger King's just catching up though, because Arby's has been killing the fast food commercial game for a while now.
That is true. That is very, very true.
They closed the one Arby's in New York City on Union. I don't know where the closest one is.
I don't know either.
We got a couple here in town, but not a place I ever eat. But
Reubens are like my favorite sandwich.
Oh, the Reuben, yeah. I love a solid Reuben from a diner.
Go to a deli or a diner to get a Reuben. It's always.
How about Dak Prescott's the first ever player to have 300 passing yards and 4 touchdowns in a playoff game?
Screw that. We want Daniel.
You
Jones
mean a Cowboy?
Exactly.
Daniel Jones' stat line's better. He's the first quarterback in postseason history to have 300 rushing yards and 70 plus rushing yards. So,
300 passing yards and 70 plus.
Yeah,
you said 300 rushing yards. Like Evan.
300 passing yards and 70 plus rushing yards.
I just like the fact that the Vikings were 11-0 in 1-score games, and their one loss was the best one I ever saw.
And the fact that Daniel Jones literally played the best game of his career in his first playoff game.
I mean, I messaged you guys. I said, I feel like this is going to be this is literally the exact same game as the first matchup. And I said, maybe the Giants will win on the game-winning field goal this time. It ended up being a touchdown. But I did mention that because I said, when I was talking to my dad when we were watching the game, I'm like, literally this is the first thing that happened. Like, the Giants, the Vikings were up, then the Giants came back, and then we lost on a field goal. And this one, the Giants were up, the Vikings came back, but we ended up winning by a touchdown. But I was just like, it literally feels like the exact same game.
I mean, your defense was pissing me off there for a little while there because I was just like, how do you not cover Hawkinson? Like, he just kept throwing it to him over and over and over.
What a great story, Isaiah. Oh, Hawkinson. I thought you said,
Hawkinson.
I thought you said Hodges
no.
for a second, but yeah,
No, your
Hodges
offense
Hawkinson
was
was a
doing fine.
problem.
It was the
Yeah.
Giants' defense that
But
was
It
killing
was
them.
the only problem.
yeah, we can't do soft zone against Philly. I'll lose my goddamn mind.
I mean, I hope you
lose
do.
it. I know, but I'll
Sounds
lose my
nice.
mind.
Could be good, but watch out. Isaiah Hodgins is legit. He was just picked up from the Bills practice squad, and look what happens.
Wow, I'm a happy
All right.
Cowboys fan.
Yeah,
Brady-
but look at
Hey,
Brady kissing
Brady's
his family
done.
as he's walking off the field.
that's
His
right.
parents.
Cowboys win 31-14.
Dak's
Dallas-
second ever playoff win.
That's right. Dallas is
Dak
going to San
second, yeah.
Francisco. You could see that game 6:30 on Sunday night. And yeah, guys, this was a very much a big success. Thank you for our commenters. Thank you for everyone who tuned in throughout. And it was a great ride where we will record our reaction to the wild card weekend. And we'll have that posted for you Wednesday morning as per usual. And I just want to thank you guys, Desmond Price, Brian McKeon, Alex Renelio, Alex Young, and also Alex, thank you for helping with the technical issues. Thank you, Desmond, for bringing this idea to us. And let's do it again really soon.
Sounds good. Looking forward to the next one. And yeah, it's going to be fun. We got through the tech issues. And yeah, I think next time we're going to be right on time, ready to rock.
You know it.
Yeah, I
you
got
know
one
it.
thing for you after we go off live, Matt. That's about it.
All right. Have a great night, everybody.